So we have Giovanny Sasso versus Franco Depetris. I know Giovanny is like the one who won Lima, I think, right? Let me double check. Giovanny Sasso. Yeah, so Giovanny has a pretty stellar resume. One special event Lima, second at Joinville Regional, top 8 at EYC in seniors last year, and then top 64 at Worlds in seniors 2023. And then, oh, I'm going to pull up a separate window here. There we go. Franco Depetris. It looks like Franco, a bit less of an experienced player, doesn't have a limitless page. So, a bit of a underdog story here. We'll see if you can pull it out. I'm gonna turn the speed up on this since we are watching it not live anyways. Get my face in the corner here. But I can go over here. Oh, my computer is doing some weird stuff right now. My mouse isn't showing up anymore. There we go. We're back. It's Dre Day. He's bringing it home this weekend. I hope so. Rooting for him. Okay, so it looks like we have Roaring Mooney X against Terapagos. A bit of a glare. But I believe that's a fan Rotom, and Giovanni's last two big results were with Terapagos, so easy to assume that's what we're looking at here. Melee X start from Franco. Looked like didn't even get an energy attachment down. The hand is pretty weak as well. Meanwhile, Giovanni's got this Rotom, meaning that his start's definitely going to be at least decent here. Yep, just the typical double Hoot Knock Towel. Nothing crazy. I couldn't get a good look. Maybe I will slow this down just so that I can see both players' hands a little bit better. I'll do 1.5 times speed. Okay, so pretty good Pokestop there. We'll at least let Franco use Soda. I mean, you should be able to easily knock out this Fan Rotom this turn, as long as he can draw another energy. Just gonna tweet that we're doing the we're watching Buenos Aires instead. Okay, so we didn't see another energy drawn off the Soda for Franco. So that's going to be pretty problematic. Because Giovanny should be able to pretty easily get, with 2 Noctowls at least because of the Ultra Ball. I think he might have grabbed Terapagos off that Ultra Ball. But I mean, I imagine he's got the pieces to get the knockout on this Mew this turn. And that's already a pretty big lead against Moon, which is already a very good matchup for Terapagos. Yep, he's off to the races. Noctowled for the Poffin and the Counter Catcher. And the Counter Catcher. Oh, make sure to discard that Poffin. Oh, there we go. Yep. There's the area 0. Okay, just a pass. So that's why I got the Counter Catcher. He didn't have anything. I mean, he could have grabbed, like, a supporter there, right? I mean, maybe, I don't know what's in his hand. Maybe he's just like, you're bricking. I don't really need to do much. I'll just get rid of your Pokestop and maybe you'll have a dead hand. But, Franco now gonna have a little bit more options. I probably would have just sodded there instead of using the Dark Patch. Draw a few more cards. I mean, use the Dark Patch later. Dark Patch is stronger than Sada as recovery anyways, so I don't know why you would want to burn the Dark Patch over the Sada. Oh, okay, he had a Judge. Never mind. I didn't see the Judge. I assumed he would have played that sooner. He didn't Pokegear for that, did he? No, I think he just had it. Maybe he top decked it before using the Pokestop. So it's starting to get a little bit more going. Greninja concealed, but I mean the hand's still pretty dead. Just Vessel, Dark, Pokestop. You can thin down for restart. I mean, if he's gonna restart, he's probably just fail this Vessel, right? Nope, gonna take 2. He definitely should have failed that and just restarted draw 1. Unless he restarted already and messed up, but I'm pretty sure he did not. Okay, well, I mean, at least he's killing the Pidgey, I suppose. I think if you're going to Pokemon Catcher, that knocking out, and then Judge, I think that knocking out the Hoothoot's actually better. Because, like, the odds of your opponent finding Candy Pidgeot off of Judge are much lower than just finding a Noctowl. And then, like, you can just go for the Pidgey next turn, potentially, if your opponent misses attack. Because your opponent might miss attack, right, if they don't have Noctowl access. And they've been judged. I mean, that's kind of what you're hoping for here. Is that your opponent doesn't get Counter Catcher knockout. That's really all Giovanny needs, right? Like, he doesn't need to do a lot. He just needs to get a 2-prize KO here. Take the lead. I mean, honestly, I'd still favor Franco here in this spot. Not with the hand that he had, but I mean, he did get to draw a couple prize cards, so might be fine now. But like, yeah, as long as if you can get a Moon off here. I guess the awkward thing is he has the gouging, right? Or yeah, that's what it's called, right? Frenzied gouging. It's interesting that they called it frenzied gouging when there's another Pokemon. Another ancient Pokemon that's called Gouging Fire. That, like, is very similar. Oh. Baby Saturn is sad. Are you awake? Are you hungry? I'm gonna have to get up for a minute if they are hungry. We'll see. What time is it? Big yawn, you so sleepy. Yeah, not a whole lot of Pokestop, but at least a Pokegear. Find Sada. I don't think there's anything I can really do with it though. Baby Saturn is awake. I thought I was tripping. I kept hearing Saturn making noise and I thought it was my 2-month-old waking up. Are you hungry? There you go. No, it is Saturn. They sit in my lap. Yeah, I mean, with no attack there for Franco, I mean, it's just kind of over. Giovanni's just going to get the Fez in play. Some extra draw to make sure that nothing goes wrong here, but Giovanni's going to knock out Mew here, and then Blood Moon will clean up the next 2 prize cards easily. Franco should honestly even just scoop here. There's not really any reason to keep playing it out at this point. To be honest, I didn't expect to enter a stream and hear a baby immediately, but then I remember who I was watching. Howdy. Yep, baby Saturn just waking up. They've been asleep for a little bit. They're hungry. Gotta multitask here, okay? Saturn wants to watch the stream too. Yeah? Do you want to know what's happening at Buenos Aires special event? Who are you rooting for? I hope you're rooting for Terapagos, because bad news for you if you're rooting for Roaring Moon right now. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much I can say. Like, I mean, Franco can try to get a knockout here. There's just really nothing like... Like, Giovanni has it with Blood Moon. He just needs that energy. I mean, Franco can knock out Terapagos with gouging and then just hope there's no energy find or Dusclops or Dusknoir or whatever to activate Blood Moon stack cost that way. I mean, and if he gets Dusknoir or Dusclops, they're just not going to Roaring Moon anyways. That's like really, I guess that's the only hope here, is that like knock out the active, and if I think his Judge and Palpad are both down, so that wasn't really an option. I don't know, we may play another Judge, so Judge, Double Dark Patch, Dark could have been a good play. I just hope that Giovanni doesn't have an energy or a way to use Dusknoir. I guess like that's a route. It's just so unlikely. I probably would scoop. Would have scooped it before I even took this turn. But you never know. Some confusion here. Maybe I missed. I think Franco maybe made a gameplay error there, but I didn't catch it. But it looks like when pointed out, he just decided to scoop anyways. So, doesn't matter too much. Saturn wants to know the meta shifts of the weekend clearly. Yeah, they're very concerned about it. They need to know what they tell people to play for LAIC. Hey, let's skip the shuffling here. Freaking pile shufflers. I'll pile shuffle, but only if my opponent starts pile shuffling first. Pile shuffle in response. Otherwise, I'm not a fan. Oh, don't minimize it. There we go. Oh, you're spilling. Okay, so I mean, a better start for Franco. It looks like he chose to go first. I don't think you should choose to go first. I think you want to go second, try to get turn 1 attack, take the lead that way, force the Terapagos player to have more. in order to respond. Because, like, now Giovanny gets this turn to play a supporter, get all set up, and then can play another supporter next turn to make sure that he can get a 2-prize knockout. Whereas if Franco goes second, Giovanny gets 1 turn, does not get to play a supporter, Franco takes a knockout, and then gets to play a supporter to try to set up. So just like one less supporter. One less supporter turn to try to like establish a response attack. But I mean, I guess going first, maybe Franco has a better chance of being able to have a 1-prize board against Giovanny. If he can like bench a second 1-prizer. I don't know what other 1-prizes he plays, but he'll bench a second 1-prizer, like Greninja or something. Maybe a second Moon or a Morpeko or something like that. And then take the lead that way. Not leave a 2-prize Pokemon in play for Giovanny to get ahead with. But even then, like, Giovanny would still have Briar later. And, I mean, like, Franco, I think, got pretty lucky to open a 1-prizer for that to even be, like, a route. Because, I mean, his deck's mostly 2-prizers, right? So, I think going second, definitely ideal here for the Roaring Moon player. But Franco is trying to set up the 1-prize board, it looks like, or he just had a bad opening hand. Giovanny, on the other hand, fantastic start. Double Duskull, double Hoot Hoot, Pidgey. We'll need to pop one of those. If Franco doesn't take a knockout, Giovanny will need to pop one of those Dusknoirs in order to make a bench spot for Terapagos. But I'm sure he doesn't mind doing that too much. And I mean, Franco probably is like almost definitely going to take a knockout here. Anyways, there's not really any reason for Franco not to take a knockout, even though it doesn't free up the bench space, because eventually he'll have to take a knockout. There's no 2-prize Pokemon on the board for him to wait to knock out. See, yeah, so, I mean, Franco just benches the Roaring Moon right away. So, like, what's the point of going first, then, if you're, like, not going to try to go for this 1-prize board strategy? That seems like the best way to do it. I think, like, that was, like, maybe a realistic way to win. I guess he's scared of, like, Dusknoir plus knockout anyways. But it's just, like, yeah, I mean, go second, and then this would make more sense. But if you're going to go first, then, like, that just Moon Ninja line and hoping that your opponent doesn't get a 2-prize knockout on the second turn seems like the best way to go. The bright side is that, like, it could still be kind of difficult for Giovanny to take 2-prize cards this turn, because Roaring Moon, maybe that's the idea, is, like, benching Roaring Moon's fine, but any other 2-prizer to help set up wouldn't be, because the Roaring Moon is 230. But even if Giovanny doesn't knock out the Moon, it can't one-shot a Terapagos without knocking itself out if it takes a hit at all, so I don't know. Doesn't seem ideal. Like, that being said, this doesn't seem like the worst spot for Franco. I think that, like, for Giovanny, the best thing to do... I mean, obviously... Okay, yeah, he has the area 0 Vitality Band. The fact that he's going Vitality Band tells me he already has the Moon Knockout. I see the Prime Catcher in hand. Another Noctowl, so this almost certainly is going to get him there. Must already have the DT in hand. And I mean, Franco knows that Giovanny plays Vitality Band too, right? Because we saw it in the last game. Poffin, Nest Ball. That'll fill the bench. Get a Nest Ball for the Fez. Poffin for Duskull, Hoot Hoot. I mean, that makes sense. If 3 Duskull seems a little overkill, but I guess I don't know if he had anything else that he could have put into play there with the Poffin anyways. So yeah, gonna use the Fez. Probably didn't need it. Probably already had the DT. We know we already had the Vitality and the Prime Catcher. But here it is. 2-prize knockout on the Moon with the Vitality Band. Yep. Clear that Moon. He's tapping the Vitality Band for some reason. I don't know what. Like, yes, Vitality Band does boost the damage by 10. It will be the knockout. So, Giovanny just, like, yeah, tremendous lead now. There's really not much Franco can do about it. Even if he tried to like not put two prizers in play, Giovanny could just go like Dust Noir, knock out the Ninja, and then knock out the Active Moon, and still take a 2-prize turn that way. So yeah, Franco just very much so in a bad position. I think that like Giovanny should always be able to win this game beyond just like not drawing anything. Franco's best play here is going to be Pokemon Catcher Heads on Pheasantipity, and then Judge and Calamity Storm the Pheasantipity, getting rid of the Area 0. So that like provides a lot of disruption, right? It gets rid of the stadium. It doesn't self-damage the moon. It knocks out the Fez, so there's less draw, and it disrupts the hand. Now, Giovanny might already have a pretty small hand, in which case you don't even need the Judge. Oh, are you all done eating? One sec. Saturn needs to burp. There you go. Good job. Oh, are you sleepy? They finished their bottle and fell right back to sleep. They said, actually, I don't want to know what's happening in Buenos Aires. I don't care. I am sleepy. How much did you eat? You get like 50 milliliters? Good job. But yeah, I mean, the Pokestop comes down, disrupts Giovanny a little bit at least. Giovanny just gets rid of those Noctowls. Hey, Callie, how's it going? Just gonna put right down that they ate. And back to sleep. Now you're gonna see the Palpad. So I'll look up those sodas back in. I'm going to play Ancient Box with Blender in the Doom Regional today. I was going to play in that too, but I probably won't stream it because I want to stream Buenos Aires. So I'll probably just play on the side with the Buenos Aires stream up. We'll see. I assume that's what people would rather see, would rather watch me talk about what's going on at the major event. But maybe, I don't know, if you'll want to watch the Todd stream, watch me play in that, I'll do that. Maybe if I do like well, I'll switch over to that, or when the Buenos Aires stream ends. I mean, yeah, we're gonna see the gouging here, and it's just over. I mean, Giovanni will probably win this turn, honestly. Isn't Box still better than Blender? Probably, yeah. Callie just wants to try the Blender. I mean, when a new set comes out, it's fun to try new things. I think it's probably not good, but I mean, I don't know. Like, Suture deck for 5 Ancient Pokemon and discard them is like pretty good. Discard 3 Ancient cards. Yeah, but you have to have 3 Ancient cards in your hand for it to work, right? Like, 3 Ancient cards that you don't want. Whereas like Blender, it's just you draw it, you use it, boom. Discard 5. Thins your deck out a lot. Like, how often do you like have Secret Box and actually have? I mean, there are certainly times, but like, there's a good portion of times when you want to use Secret Box and you don't have 3 Ancient Pokemon, or 3 cards you even want to discard at all in your hand. So, Blender helps you hit breakpoints faster. I don't know if that's true, because I mean, let's say you play Secret Box and you have, you do have the ancient cards in hand, and then you're searching for like Booster, Sada, and Pokestop, right? Like that probably still gets 5 ancient cards in the discard pile in the long run. It's just, yeah, Secret Box a little bit less consistently does that, I suppose. Both aren't searchable though, which is annoying. Yeah, I mean, there's no searchable ace spec, right, in Ancient, but they are Pokestoppable, which is nice. I mean, you'll draw through I think like Prime Catcher, I think might just still be the best ace spec in my opinion, because it's good at any stage of the game. Whereas like that not searchable thing, right? Like you'll almost always draw through your entire deck, so you'll almost always get a chance to use Prime Catcher. But if you don't draw into Secret Box or Blender until like the very end of the game, then they're not as useful. Yeah, I think your Blender is still strong though, as long as you draw it turns 1 to 4 about. Yeah. I play 30 ancient cards. I don't think I play that many. I mean, I play more recovery and consistency cards. But I'd have to check how many my list plays. Are we going to see the big play? Doesn't look like it. It looks like Giovanny doesn't have game yet. There's a double turbo energy. Yeah, I think he's just going to knock out with Blood Moon here, probably. Cywis. Hello, Sky. That is me. How's it cooking? How can I want to make the chat bigger here. I can only see like a few messages at a time right now. And that's not enough messages at a time, in my opinion. Where can I put this? I'm just going to reorganize my stream layout here. Okay, I can see more messages now. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, Prime might still be better. Wait, what's the ace spec? Kylie's talking about an ancient box. Both of these players are playing Prime, for sure. So yeah, no Dusk Noir combo to take a 4-prize turn for Giovanny. So he just takes a regular 2-prize turn with the DTE. But I mean, that's fine. There's no way for Franco to win. Blood Moon will always take the last 2 prize cards next turn, pretty much. I think Franco's best line here is to... I mean, okay, that's not true. There is a way to win. Franco needs to gust up a single prizer, preferably Hoot Hoot, for the disruption. Knock it out with the Baby Roaring Moon, so there's only 1 prizer active. And then needs Giovanny to not find Dusk Noir or Boss. And then Franco can take his last 2 prize cards on the next turn with gouging. I probably should be talking about box anyway, save on the deck after Baltimore. I nearly beat Lucas in round 2, prized my 30th Ancient Card Game 3, and with the Eijo on Rolling Iron boosted Red Drago as a result. That's fair. I whiffed day 2 at Indy with Ancient, because I didn't use Sada either game in 2 of my losses. Or my win and in loss, I used it, but it was a mirror, and I didn't attack for the first like 4 turns either game, because I didn't find Sada until after my opponent had already taken a significant prize lead. Is this on YouTube or Twitch? YouTube. I'll drop the link in the chat, but you shouldn't go watch it. There's not even commentary. Just stay here and watch it. They don't even have someone talking. If you don't like me talking, just mute it. Then the only difference is that my little face is in the corner here. I can turn it off if that changes it for you. Don't go watch. Don't, please stay. I'm begging you. I'm tired for Ancient Box, but it's definitely not that great. Yeah, it's not great right now. Me taking the dinos to a party in the discard pile. A nice little invitation to 5 dinos. Yeah, Blender's okay. I didn't hear any commentary when I was watching it earlier, at least. Yeah, I still don't hear any commentary, so I don't think there's any commentary on the official stream. Yeah, I mean, Giovanny just attack with Blood Moon, easy. I think Franco had the Prime Catcher, Pokemon Catcher line, or did sorry, I missed it there. Yeah, so he Pokemon Catchered the Fez. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what that play was. Because he just Pokemon Catcher the Hoodoo, knocked it with the Ring Moon, like I was saying, and then forces Giovanny to have a Gust or Dusk Noir. But, I mean, this just loses, right? Like, Blood Moon, boom, knockout, good game. So, Let's go live. Yeah, I don't think round 2 is up yet. We have Kaiwen Cabbebe versus Ignacio Osorio. Ignacio. Let's see, does Ignacio have a Limitless page? We can learn a bit about his resume. No. Okay, so a bit of a lead results wise, like last round. But so we're gonna have a bit of an underdog story again. We'll see if Ignacio can take down the Titan that is Kaiwen Cabbebe. For those who don't know, I'll take a quick look at Kaiwen's Limitless page, pick out some of these many results. First, regional Kuala Lumpur. I don't know how to say that. First, in 2017. Top 4 OCIC 2019. Multiple top 16s. World's top 8 2019. Special event Melbourne win 2019. Special event Singapore win 2019. Regional Brisbane top 4 2022. Regional Melbourne second 2022. World's top 8 2022. 2-time World's top 8. So top 8 Lily most recently. So Kaiwen certainly no stranger to the stream table. Top 64 NAIC VGC for Ignacio. So not a stranger to Pokemon success himself. Oh, that was for you. Oh, you were getting Limitless checked. I see. All good. Pretty good start for Ignacio going first. I think that's a shiny Drifloon for Kaiwen. I believe. I could be wrong. I can't really see it. Maybe a Cleffa. There's a pretty bad glare on it. But, I mean, Kaiwen is on Gardy. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. Probably a shiny Drifloon. So yeah, the Palkia... Ignacio playing Palkia and going first, which means I have to assume that no matter what Kaiwen was playing, Ignacio was probably favored, because Palkia going first pretty much favored into almost everything. But Gardy, definitely. This is like a very bad matchup for Kaiwen. Not like unwinnable, especially if Kaiwen's playing double candy. That gives like him a real route to staying in the game, but this matchup is pretty bad for Gardy, generally speaking. Let's see, let's get the speed up a little bit here. I know if once we are caught up to the live, we'll have to watch on regular speed anyways, but I hate regular speed is too slow for me. I don't have the attention span for that. So I'll watch on a little bit sped up until we get to the live, until we're live. Kaiwen just checking the prizes. Really got a pretty solid hand. He has the Iono there. I saw an Ultra Ball. Looks like he's not going to opt to use that, though. Maybe he'll, I don't know, maybe he'll Pokestop first. I don't think he should Pokestop if he has an Iono anyways. But maybe he just doesn't have 2 cards in hand. He wants to discard with the Ultra Ball. Okay, there's the Iono. So yeah, I guess he just didn't have 2 cards on to discard. It's a little risky. I mean, maybe the rest of the damage is that good. Because you need to have a pretty good start turn 1 against Palkia. You can't really afford, like, take it slow. Secret Box drawn, though. Pokestop just finds a Vessel. discards weren't too bad, but I mean, he's gonna get. I imagine one more item didn't really help too much on deciding what to discard off the secret box. Looks like getting rid of Nest Ball, Counter Catcher, and Super Rod. Oh, that does not seem good at all, especially with the Pokestop discarding Ralts Munkidori. It seems quite bad. I mean, if Ignacio gets turn 2 Ninja, I gotta imagine it's just kind of over with the start from Kaiwen. I mean, he's got the Candy and Fez in hand, so like that is a response. If he gets Dusknoir and Ninja, knocks out all 3, it's definitely cooked. Poffin, Ralts, going back in, Psychic Evo, and here we go. Okay. So, I mean, if Kaiwen stays in the game at all, I have to imagine that he has a chance. But if Ignacio gets... I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not saying Ignacio right. Ignacio, I don't know. I'll just say Osorio. That still might not be right, but I think it's more likely that I'm pronouncing that right. Can you give the original stream link? I can, but you should just watch it here. There's no commentary on the original stream anyways. You can just mute me. If I'm annoying, if you'd rather watch it without commentary, just put me on mute. Give me the view, please. I beg you. I'm just kidding. If you just want to watch the original stream, feel free. Yeah, so I mean, if all 3 of these go down, which, it looks like they are all going to go down here. I mean, Ignacio like, yeah, I'm going to Moonlight Sugar anyways, I'll just take out the Ralts. All 3 energy going on the Greninja. If he can get an attachment as well into the Ninja, that'd be really good. That way he can threaten another Moonlight Shuriken next turn. So I'd really like to see this attachment come down onto the Ninja. Because that, if he Moonlight Shurikens back-to-back turns, that really shuts out any chance of Kaiwen to come back. Makes the mistake there of attaching to the Palkia. I mean, still fine, but attaching to the Greninja is way better here. If you want to attack with Palkia next turn, you know, it just needs one more energy anyways. It's already got an energy on it. So yeah, should definitely attach to the Greninja to leave your options open between Moonlight and Subspace Swell next turn. Yeah, Kaiwen just scoops anyways. Doesn't matter. Can I skip the shuffling here? Here we go. Drifloon start again. Greninja start for Ignacio. Definitely, I mean, going first definitely better for Kaiwen. Gives him a little bit more time to set up. Could potentially get a turn 2 Candy and then doesn't have to worry about getting board wiped by Moonlight. But, I mean, if he doesn't get turn 2 Candy, then Ignacio will still be able to potentially board wipe all of the Ralts and Curlia on turn 2 and push Kaiwen right out of the game. This is like a really bad match for Gardy. Like probably like 90-10 for Palkia, honestly. I mean, maybe not quite that much. 80-20. Gardy, like the candies help a lot for sure. I mean, it might not even be quite 80-20 with double candy and secret box. I don't think I've tried it with and Bravery Charm help, like 3 Bravery Charm helped too. I haven't tried the Henry Childless against Palkia Dusknoir. Might help enough. You have a lot of built-in defense for the Moonlight Shuriken play. Yeah, just gonna grab some Duskulls. Looks like already a solid start for Ignacio. Osorio. Hopefully he has some water energy as well. I probably seem a little biased here. I kind of am. I like Palkia Dusknoir, and I don't really like Gardy. I mean, I like Gardy in general. I don't like Gardy that much in this format, ever since rotation. I like pre-rotation Gardy. Post-rotation Gardy, not really for me. For someone else, maybe. Did Osorio use concealed cards there? I thought didn't he shoo that water into the discard pile? Checking shoes, discard water, draw. Does he only... looks like he has 2 water in hand. Attaches, and then just passes. Did he think that... Did he forget that he didn't use concealed cards yet? Which major event will be the first one with the new set? Sacramento? Is Sacramento coming up, I think? I can check. Tournaments, upcoming... Yeah, I think it's legal for Sacramento. If not, it's Stuttgart in Germany the following weekend, but I'm pretty sure it's legal for Sac, which will be on the 23rd. LASC will be the last event in current format. Yeah, I think he just forgot that he could conceal the cards. Not a whole lot for Kaiwen, just falls in one Garlia refinement. Go ahead. That's a Klawf key, right? Okay. I thought it was Drifloon. My bad. The glare got me. The glare on the shiny Pokemon. But looks like we are still just going to see a Moonlight Shuriken, despite the fact that he can't use abilities. That would explain why he didn't use concealed cards. My bad, Osorio. I did not mean to assume. I just really thought that was a Drifloon. Yeah, I mean, all Kaiwen had last turn was Kirlia Refinement Pass, so I imagine this Moonlight Shuriken putting in the work here, getting rid of that Kirlia. Ultra Ball. I mean, Osorio's not that far ahead, though. Like, doesn't have an attack next turn, because he already used the Star Portal to get that Moonlight Shuriken off. So, like, I don't know. Doesn't feel that good. I don't even know if Kaiwen needed a counter catcher there. Like I said, like, there's no attack next turn without Star Portal. I hope Drago stop dominating the new meta. I started testing LostBox and I have so much fun. I think LostBox is pretty good right now still. Like, obviously, like, you have a bad Drago matchup, but you're finding everything else. But, I mean, yeah, if you're trying to, like, win a major tournament, LostBox probably not the way, but you can just hope that you dodge Drago. But, yeah, I do think Drago will still be just as good next set, though. I don't think Surging Sparks changes too much, to be honest. Like, Cerule Edge is pretty good. There are like maybe a couple new cards that could be splashed into pre-existing decks, but I don't think the meta is going to change that much. Okay, Kaiwen's getting something going here. He had Fez, Iono, evolved, has the Evo. Gonna get the Gardevoir EX out here. I don't really like this. Like I said, Osorio cannot attack next turn. That is something that is important to keep in mind. So there's like the Kirlia is safe. You know, you don't need to do this. You can just draw an extra 2 cards next turn by leaving the Kirlia in play. Double attach. Yeah, he must have, right? Because he retreated Klefki in order to get the Fez online. Uh-oh. Let me double check here. Yeah. Uh-oh. I don't know if they're going to catch it. I guess we will just watch on, but that was definitely a full attack. Good catch. How do you think Surging Spark shapes the meta? I don't think it does, to be honest. I think it's just like Cerule is pretty good, but it's not like tier 1, probably. I mean, it's been feeling pretty good. Maybe just tier 1. But I don't think it'll change much. Cerule is just new on the scene. Otherwise, meta should stay pretty much the same. I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do about this double attach. We're watching this with a delay. We're not caught up, so I don't think there's no way I'm going to be able to let someone know. And try to reach the staff of this event. I mean, they're still going. It looks like, looking at it live. I don't know anyone. Yeah, kind of game will be good. I think there'll be some new cards at C-Play, but I don't think, like, the metagame overall will change much. Thanks for streaming this, looking for it. No problem. Yeah, honestly, that was part of the reason that I streamed it, was because, like, the official stream doesn't have any commentary. I didn't see anyone else streaming it, so I was like, someone's gotta commentate this thing. One second. I just want to check if we go live. Are they still going? They are still going. I'm gonna tweet out. I won't tweet it. I'll just message somebody. Message Pokedoodles, I know he's there. Maybe someone can catch this. But I think it looks like 2 times speed. I'm watching it on 1.5 right now until we're live. Till we get caught back up. Shit, Kaiwen's there? Yeah. Apparently so. Unfortunately, he double attached this game, so they didn't catch it. So I think we're cooked. I think it's just too late. We'll see. If Osorio wins this game, anyways, then it doesn't matter, right? Arvin. I mean, Kaiwen just needs to attack this turn. Ideally, I don't think you should have counter-catched the Palkia. Like, I think, like, just knocking out the Granji here would be fine, right? I don't know, I guess it's kind of stuck there, but I mean, Osorio plays Switch and Prime Catcher. I think that was wasted of a counter-catcher. Also, his surname has 3 B's in it. That is not supposed to. Did you spell it wrong? Players. No, it's supposed to have 3 B's in it. That is how you spell it. I think. Yeah. Sorry, it's Cabbebe, isn't it? Not Cabbebe. I think it's Cabbebe. Oh. You guys might be able to hear Saturn. They're making some little noises in their sleep right now. Oh, they put an extra one. I see. I didn't see the, I thought you meant, like, 3 total. I didn't even notice that there's a 4th in there. It's supposed to have 3 B's in it. Current on the stream it has 4. Yeah, it looks like they're still going live, and that double attach was never caught. Maybe I'll just tweet it out. And then retreat Klawf into Greninja, and then attach to Greninja to use Evo TM during the current stream game. I don't know if someone sees this. Who can let the staff know at Buenos Aires? Okay. So maybe someone will catch that. But anyways, looks like Osorio's finally able to start attacking again. Gonna get the Dusknoir out. Theoretically could win this turn with 2 Dusknoirs, but it looks like he just has the 1 for now. Deliberating here. I think he's going to use it. Probably like to see just the Greninja go down, to be honest. I mean, there are multiple ways he can win this turn. I don't know if he has Prime Catcher left. That would be one wet route. Okay, it's going to knock out the Ralts. I mean, this makes sense. I think he just wants to leave the Greninja option open to be Dusknoired on a future turn. Whereas the Ralts could get candied into a Gardevoir and then not be in Dusknoir range anymore. And could still become a Kirlia for the draw power, but Gardy's going to come up for Kaiwen. Ideally for Kaiwen, the best play here would be to knock out the Pheasantipity, right? We just go like Munkidori, kind of get to the Fez, knock that out. Or, so you get 3 prize cards. Just take a 1 prize turn here. If you go like Counter Catcher, the Ninja, or the Duskull. You should probably do the Ninja. I mean, you can't get rid of both Duskull anyways. So there will always be 1 as an option. So Counter Catcher the Ninja to limit the draw. Turo the Greninja so that there's no like Dusknoir for game on Osorio's side. And Osorio's already used his Prime Catcher though, and there's no Gust options. And that opens up more options for Kaiwen, right? Because he could just knock out the Pheasantipity, get the Munkidori down, knock out the Fez, and then he'll be at 1 prize. So Osorio can't use Dusknoir unless he wants Sudden Death, which honestly would probably favor him pretty heavily anyways. But it wouldn't be, a guaranteed win. I think that would be kind of like a concession still from Kaiwen if that was what he went for, was like knocking out the Fez and putting Osorio in a position where he can still like Sudden Death by Dusknoiring the Greninja, because Osorio is pretty much always get the first prize card in this matchup. I mean, I guess Kaiwen could go first, hit turn 2, Rare Candy. Secret Box. Got the Iono. Super Odd. Shuffles. Monkey. Klefki. Is that it? Monkey Drifloon? I don't know. I can't tell between this Drifloon and Klefki here. I think that's the Loon. I don't know. Is that Drifloon or Klefki? Okay, Pokeduels is letting the staff know that there was a double attach. But it looks like... Oh no, I think... Let's go live. Okay, they finished up anyways, so... Looks like Drifloon, yeah. I assume it is, but I can't really tell, to be honest. So we're just going to see Drifloon get set up here. Yeah, so he's going to knock out the Palkia. Munkidori to put 30 damage on the Duskull. So this makes most sense, right? Get rid of the attacking option. Go down to one prize card. Now if Osorio wants to win this game, he has to either attack with Blood Moon, would be game. If he can't attack with Blood Moon, then he has to go for the Dusclops or Dusknoir. He needs a Dusknoir. No, Dusclops would be fine too. And then he can trigger Sudden Death. And then he should usually take the first prize card on Sudden Death. Hi, I saw that you wrote an article on Szymanski's blog. Is there a way to just buy the article, not the subscription? You'd have to ask Alex Szymanski about that. Because I can't. I don't think there's a way built into the site to do that. I will say that, like, I think the subscription is relatively cheap if you just want to, like, buy it for 1 month and cancel it. And there will be, like, there's so much good content on there. The other writers are fantastic. I do think it's, like, definitely worth it. But if you message Alex, maybe he will give you the option. He can figure that out with you. I'll wait for you to just buy the article. Okay. A little haphazard there. He shouldn't have grabbed evolved into the Dusclops, because if he drew like an energy out instead of Prime Catcher, then he could have retreated to Blood Moon, and that would have been another way to win there. But looks like he got it anyways. He got there. And I think if he had a sudden death with Dusclops, he probably still would have won anyways. So yeah, doesn't matter. I mean, double attach could not save Kaiwen that game. I'm sure Kaiwen didn't mean to. I mean, I just wanted to make sure it was corrected if it didn't impact the result of this game. But it could not save him. The matchup's pretty bad. Okay, let's switch to live here. Looks like people are still going this round, so let's go ahead and get into this Rule Edge game. Pablo Meza versus Francisco Osorio. It's really nice of the Pokemon Company to give those opportunities. Sort of. I think they could, honestly, I think Pokemon Company could afford to, I mean, maybe I shouldn't talk about the Pokemon Company. I'll find myself on the ban list. I think they could afford to give out some cash. You know, some cash pricing. 2. There's no pack prizing either. Just championship points. Pokemon Company does not provide any prizing for digital events whatsoever. Cyrus banned from Toronto. I think that the organizers will usually provide some, Yeah, I haven't even gotten to play a major yet. Already gonna get banned. They could at least do pack prizing. Yeah, exactly. I think that the organizers usually provide pack prizing, but I'm pretty sure, as far as I know, Pokemon Company does not provide any prizing whatsoever for special events. I could be wrong. Okay? If I misspoke, Pokemon Company, if you're watching, I acknowledged that I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, you can't ban me. Those are the rules. Maybe they do provide some. I know at least they didn't used to provide pack pricing. Maybe they do now. Maybe, but I'm pretty sure the Pokemon Company doesn't provide any pricing other than championship points for special events. Cyrus, don't forget, Pokemon is just a small little indie company. They can't afford it. No, they cannot. They can't afford it. They're so small. I want to try to go to the Puerto Rico SPE later this season. Yeah, I mean, I've never been to an SPE, so I'm sure they're a good time. I would like to go to one someday. No pack prizing is completely nuts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the organizers usually provide pack prizing for these sort of things, but I don't think that Pokemon does. As far as I am aware. So it looks like we got Terapagos versus, I assume, either Raging Bolt or Regidrago. I didn't see if he fanned the handout. If he did, I didn't see what he was playing. But looks like we're just going to see a fan call from Pablo. Makes sense. It's probably, I'm going to make sure I have Tournament of June pairings up on another window here so I don't miss my round. Just prize checking. Looks like gonna grab another Rotom, a Hoothoot, and a Pidgey. Is that right? Is that what I saw? Is there an entry cost for special events? I think it depends on the event. Entry costs are typically up to the organizers. That all goes towards that's like technically not attached to the Pokemon Company in that sense. Entry organizers typically decide the entry cost and collect the entry cost to go towards paying for the event hall. So yeah, Pablo must already either have some stuff prized or already have a couple Noctowl in hand or whatnot. Just going for Hoothoot, Pidgey. Still solid turn 1, solid setup. For Francisco, we see immediately a Teal Dance. So it looks like it is Drago, not Raging Bolt. Ultra Ball by Kyurem Drago. It's pretty solid. Never like having to discard Drago V-Stars early game because it decreases your chance of finding them when you need them. But probably going for a Research or a Squawk here anyways, so gotta do what you gotta do. This one was, the entry cost for this one was equal to $35 USD. Yeah, usually the entry cost isn't nearly as much as regionals and stuff, but still 35 USD for no cash prizing. Still a pretty penny for sure. It's like 50 Canadian, I think. Is this Surging Sparks? No. Surging Sparks, not legal until Sacramento in a couple weeks, I don't think. Tournament I'm playing in today, though, isn't Surging Spark, so we'll still have some Surging Sparks action today. Just gonna Ultra Ball for the Mew. I mean, if he's going for the Mew, I imagine he's got some other decent stuff in hand. This is why I like to watch on 2 times speed. A long time to Ultra Ball for a Mew. I mean, I know he was prize checking, so like, no shade to Francisco. I'm just not super exciting to watch. So I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to squawk because he had the second Rage Drago V-Star in hand. That would make sense. He didn't want to discard double Drago V-Star. So he decided to just like draw a couple of cards with Mew. But he's gonna need a lot next turn. I mean, he needs Fire, Energy Switch, and a Switch, or Prime Catcher, or another Teal Grass E-Switch. He needs some stuff, for sure. And then, like, still get a Dragapult and discard, ideally, because it doesn't want to necessarily cure him turn 2 and lose all of his energy. Ideally, would like to get all of that without using Legacy Star, but see if that's in the cards. Pablo, just researching. Retreating to Rotom. That doesn't seem great. Pass. Oh my gosh. Francisco top decks the Fire. Oh my goodness. What a hand. Regidrago, Fire, E-Switch, Switch. Just needs to get that Dragapult in discard pile now, but I mean, he's got the Kyurem. I don't think he has anything else. I think he's just going to Kyurem. Not bench the Hoot Hoot. Yeah, I mean, I think Kyurem's fine here with the fact that he like just had it like that. Yeah, this seems good. Seems very good. Take 3 prize cards. Still his Legacy Star. If you had to use Legacy Star, you don't want to like use Legacy Star and then Kyurem. Usually, like, there are times when that's okay, but like it's not, definitely not ideal. But the fact that he could use the Kyurem and still hold his Legacy Star to get that energy switch back, get whatever he needs back to attack again next turn, puts him in a really good spot. So that Duskull stays on board. Obviously a very easy path to victory for Francisco. I imagine the Duskull won't get evolved this turn, so there should be an easy prize there with Phantom Dive. Not to be picky, but I hate the color of Pablo sleeves. Those color sleeves are my least favorite. I don't mind them, actually. They're like the Dragon Shield Cream or something like that. Ivory. They shuffle well. Different colors Dragon Shield shuffle differently. I like the shuffle on those ones. Looks like Pablo just scooping that game 1 very quick. I mean, he knows Francisco's still got 3 of his energy switch left. He's still got Legacy Star access. Pablo's not even getting an attack off that turn. Makes sense to just scoop it up. They're nice but offsetting. That's fair. So I imagine Pablo will go first this game. Try to get a turn 2 knockout on a Drago with energy. Should be in a much better spot. As long as he gets a decent setup here. They look like Post-it notes. I think that's why. That's fair. They do kind of look like Post-it notes right now. I do kind of dislike using sleeves that are too light for that purpose of like getting marked easier, but I mean, that can happen to any sleeve really if it gets something on it. I've had it on 2 different occasions where I've accidentally marked my sleeves mid-game because I didn't notice I was bleeding. And so I just looked down at my sleeves and they just, some of them had blood on them. I was like, oh my god. Also, at Worlds 2022, I put on Foundation before I went to play. And during round 1, after game 1, I immediately looked at my sleeves, and there still had been like foundation on my hands, got foundation on my sleeves, so I had to change it between games. was fine after that. Finally, someone with English commentary. Thank you, Cyrus. No problem. I'm surprised Azul's not upstreaming this yet. If he does, my viewership will all be gone. So yeah, Pablo's gonna go first. He is playing the Booth build, so that Booth does help a lot in this matchup. Just prevents the Phantom Dive from doing, because Phantom Dive prevents Phantom Dive from going 200 plus finish off with the bench damage. Also stops Lost Impact from killing Pidgeot. That's not true. It does not do that. That's a lie. But yeah, I mean, Pablo should be in a good spot now. This time he's got the triple Hoot Hoot set up. I mean, last game he was in a fine spot too. He just researched and then passed. Didn't have anything. So we'll see. I mean, this is looking pretty similar last game. Hopefully, I can't really see Pablo's hand super well. I think Pablo, I mean, maybe even prized like all of his Noctowls last game, because he Rotomed and didn't grab any Noctowl, just grabbed like Hoot Hoot, Pidgey, and another Rotom. So I think that was what happened game 1. Whenever I see a Terapagos, Raging Bolt, or Dragon match on stream, I instantly take a nap. I don't know why. I don't find them enjoyable to watch. That's fair. I mean, I don't know. I don't mind watching Drago or Terapagos gameplay. I think they can be pretty interesting. Raging Bolt, I agree though. Usually, I mean, it depends on the matchup, I suppose. I like watching Pokemon. So, I assume, it looks like he's eyeing up the Klawf here. Probably because all I see on live. Yeah, that's fair. Bored of it. I love seeing turtles on stream. Meh on Bolt. Yeah, I don't really like watching Bolt games. But, I mean, they can be interesting. There's usually, like, you know what's going to happen. Klawf comes down. So we are probably going to see a Klawf here. I assume he's already got an out to Regidrago if he's grabbing the Klawf. Should probably check, make sure. Oh yeah, we still got lots of time before next Tournament of Doom round. This should work out pretty well to finish this game. And then hopefully the next round of Tournament of Doom will start shortly after. Although at the rate that this game's going, it'll be done a while before we gotta play another round of Doom. Oh no! Oh no! Pablo's got nothing. Drop. Did he prize all his Noctowls again? I'm so confused. What happened? Did he get Iono'd? I don't think he got Iono'd. Did he prize all of his Noctowls? Does he? Maybe he doesn't play Noctowl. I'm just kidding. That's crazy. If he prized all his Noctowls 2 games in a row, that is insane. Oh no, he doesn't have Pagos both games. Okay. That would explain it. He just hasn't. He doesn't have an out to Terapagos. I mean, it happens. Sometimes you just don't have an out, and you just can't do anything. If you don't find a out to Terapagos turn 1, I think that's why some people were playing 4, the first event that Pagos was legal, just to like maximize the odds of having it. But yeah, when you don't have it, Noctowl is pretty key to getting set up with the deck. So you need to find that Terapagos right away. Right. Meanwhile, from Francisco, I mean, he got the Klawf. He got to drop to 7, set up a handful of solid cards. He's got the Drago out now. I mean, he could Kira him again, not get all these Hoot Hoots. I mean, doesn't really need to, though. I definitely would rather Phantom Dive and not lose the energy. Kira's better as a finisher, you know. Let's see, he's scrolling through here. I think is that the Pult discard there? He's debating if he wants the Legacy Star, maybe. If he's debating anything here, then I don't think it's a Pult. I don't think he would even. I think he would just Phantom Dive. Oh no, maybe he was debating going for Legacy Starring to try to find Kiram. But this is definitely correct. You just Phantom Dive, set up all these guys for multiple prize turns. A draw from Pablo. He did top deck Iono, so we have a game here. Area 0. think that's a Duskull. I would probably like to see that come down. And then just the Iono. Okay. Okay, Nest Balls. I can grab them from Terapagos, but I don't see Noctowl yet. So we'll probably want to see Nest Ball, get Terapagos to activate Area 0, and then a second Nest Ball to grab the Fez and Depetris and draw some extra cards. Oh, he's eyeing up the Fez. Is he not gonna... Did he meet... Is that intentional? He didn't leave a bench spot for Terapagos. Ruh-roh. I feel like this can't be intentional. This seems really bad. Unless all of his Terapagos are prized. It's literally the only way I see this being the better play. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they're all prized. No prize cam's a little sad. Since not the official stream. I mean, if all the Terapagos are prized, it's over. Like, he could still win, but it's like, he has to try to pump a bunch of Dust Noirs. I mean, he doesn't even need to pump a bunch. He's already going to be able to start attacking with Blood Moon next turn. Legacy Star. Okay, some pretty good cards went down there. Lost double Drago. Probably doesn't matter though. Should be able to win this with just the one Drago, and then maybe like Radzar later to clean up his last couple of prize cards if needed. But I mean, he could just cure him here and knock out. I mean, at this point, I feel like you gotta like know your opponent doesn't have Terapagos access, so it's not even, you don't even necessarily need to get rid of the Hoothoots, right? Like, they're not exactly doing anything. Is he still debating this Legacy Star, or what did he grab? I'm gonna rewind. I didn't see what he grabbed off the Legacy Star. Energy Switch, Noctowl, okay. That's ball for the Mew. I mean, he can just Phantom Dive. Like, he doesn't need to do that much. I don't even know if he should, like, what he was looking for on when he used Legacy Star. I feel like you can pretty cleanly just spam Phantom Dive here and stay and, like, be fine. Cure him. Yeah, I don't like this at all. So that's why he used the Legacy Star. He wanted to try to hit cure him. I don't like that. I mean, your opponent clearly doesn't have anything going on. Clearly didn't have Noctowl in hand, because if they had Noctowl, or, like, clearly couldn't use Noctowl last turn, right? Because if they had Noctowl and Terapagos in deck, then they could have gone Nest Ball for Terapagos and then used Noctowl. So your opponent clearly, like, can't use Noctowl for whatever reason. Either it's not in hand or their Terapagos are all prized. And it looks like Pablo's Terapagos are not prized. Okay, I don't know why he didn't bench one then before Nest Balling for Fez to use Flip the Script. I don't understand that. Either way, I mean, this is kind of over now that the Kyurem's come down, but I don't really like using the Kyurem play either way there. He goes into 2 prize cards. If you Phantom Dive, he still goes down to 3 prize cards. He just has 1 more. And he can put, he can just go for the win in, like, 1 more turn then. I mean, he even potentially just cure him again. Just cure him on the following turn anyways. Whereas, like, I mean, he's got the Noctowl, so he should be able to attack again next turn anyways, but this just, like, risks it, right? Like, now he has to draw, like, if he gets Iono, he still has to draw something decent. But all things considered, it's almost definitely going to work out for Francisco here, either way. There's the Blood Moon eyeing up. Yeah, I'm really not sure what's going, like, what happened there. Why Pablo didn't bench the Terapagos last time. Maybe he just, like, maybe it was just a blunder. But maybe there's something I don't understand. Yeah, nothing for Pablo. Just going to hit with the Rotom for 50. And that's not going to be a winning play, that's for sure. Vessel. It looks like that's all he needs. Boom. Grab the fire. And then he's got double energy switch in hand. Boom. Just cure him again. Alright, that's it. I mean, pretty unexciting game there. Unfortunate for Pablo. I don't know what happened there. I do think that he probably could have done something on the previous turn if he nest ball for Terapagos first, and then nest ball for the Pheasant Deputy and used Flip the Script. But maybe I'm missing something. But either way, that game is done. There we go. So we have Alejandro Eijo, maybe? I'm not sure how you say that. Versus Isaac Salazar. Let's see. I think these players are both... Okay. So Alejandro, top forward, Joinville with Klawf. And it looks like, I think that we are seeing Klawf here again. And top 128 at Sao Paulo Regionals with Maridon. So definitely not his first solid showing. And then Isaac Salazar. Oh, also a longtime player, it looks like. Top 32 at Worlds in 2014. Top 32 at Regional Santiago in 2018. Top 64 at LAIC in 2017. Special event Argentino, second place, 2019. Special event Peru, top 4, 2019. Special event Santiago, top 8, 2020. And most recently at Joinville Regionals, top 32 with Raging Bolt. So and I think we're seeing Raging Bolt again here. So both players playing what they know. We have Isaac with Raging Bolt against Alejandro with Klawf. Unfortunately for Isaac, I think this matchup is abysmal for him. I think that Klawf just completely dominates here. But we will see. We'll see if Isaac can make something happen. Doing a prize check here. Looks like Alejandro already getting some good damage just with the poison from Petrarent onto that Fez. Should make it easy to clean up. Oh, triple item from Isaac. Very nice. I mean, what does Isaac want to do in this matchup? I mean, if he plays Iono, then, I mean, trying to get 2 uses out of that is very important. Because he's going to need Alejandro to miss attacks in order to have a chance. I don't think he needs to knock out that Squawk ability right away. It's not going anywhere. He can take that out for his last 2 prize cards later on, maybe. Because there's probably not going to be any other 2 prize Pokemon coming out from Alejandro this game. So I might as well wait to knock that out. Don't want to be forced to use this Iono at this point in the game, but it looks like he might be. But you'd really like to save that for later in this matchup in particular. Because really, like I said, your only chance is your opponent having some misses here. So, but no, I maybe would have liked to see the Pokemon catcher there. To try to buy some time by bringing up that Brute Bonnet. Maybe he can prevent some attacks. Looks like we're just going to see a retreat. I don't know if I mean, I guess the attachment to the Fez is fine. I think I probably would have rather just wait and hope to get an attachment onto a Raging Bolt. And then, I mean, worst case scenario, I guess you could miss attachment, but the odds of you missing any attachment at all off the Iono is so low. You'll probably be able to get an energy in play. Not that you need that many energy to be taking knockouts in this matchup anyway, so I can probably afford to miss an attachment. But at least if you got the attachment of the Raging Bolt, then gives you some more options where you maybe don't need to hit Sada next turn. Here comes the Klawf. Isaac reading it. I mean, like I said, Isaac's most recent result was at Joinville Regionals with a top 32, but didn't have a ton of other... Had quite the resume, but not a lot of other performances. That was his only finish since 2019. So maybe a less active player currently might not know what a rogue deck like this, like Klawf, what all of its options are. I mean, even an experienced player might not necessarily know what all of Klawf's options are. Even someone playing very regularly right now. You can see the Greninja come down. Top added the Sada and the Iono back in, so I mean, definitely gonna want to be able to access that Iono again later. Looks like the Slitherwing is gonna come down. Try to weave a one-prize attacker in there. Definitely a good idea. But will it be enough? You know, Alejandro is already 2 prizes ahead. Playing a single prize deck against Raging Bolt. Oh, and Isaac doesn't even get an attack off this turn. There's definitely not a good chance of Isaac winning this game, but Alejandro obviously would really just like to find a boss, take 2 more prize cards this turn. All he really needs to do to keep up the pressure. Yep, even just going to bench that Lumineon. He's so far ahead that doesn't mind benching another 2 prize Pokemon, can just fish out that boss. And keep the pressure on, knock out another Raging Bolt. And yeah, the Bolt, I believe, is getting knocked out by the Poison here. So the Fez and Depetris is not even getting the trigger. Because there's, I believe, Klawf does 190, and then plus 40 from the Tool up to 230, and then the Poison's what's finishing the Bolt off, making Fez and Depetris not even an option. So Alejandro already up 1 game here. Let's see if we can skip past the shuffling. Okay, here we go. I imagine Isaac's probably... So he opts to go second here. I actually don't love this. I think that going first in a matchup like this is pretty solid. You can get, like... You can get the most disruptive attack that way. You can get a Bolt down, you can attach an energy to it, and then... If you're playing Bolt against single prize decks in general, and then... Because you can go, like, Bolt, attach, don't need to hit a Sada on turn 2 in order to attack, which means that if you find, like, a boss, then you can go for a boss play instead, and to really target down whatever is going to be the most disruptive, whether that maybe be the Brute Bonnet, and try to make your opponent miss Poison. Ooh, but just a pass from Alejandro. So if Isaac can get an attack off here, just going to be game. Definitely getting rewarded for choosing second here after all. Already has the Lightning in the discard pile. Got a Vessel for the Fighting. And a Grass, it looks like. I don't think he has it yet. I mean, I assume he would have just slammed it down if he had it. I thought I saw a Nest Ball, though. Eyeing up the Greninja. It's probably going to Nest Ball for that. Maybe just making sure it's in the deck. He should really Teal Dance before using the Nest Ball here. Okay, he's got double nest ball. So yeah, gonna grab Bolt Ninja. That's fine then. I mean, he just wants to maximize the chance of hitting Sada. Although he doesn't, I don't know if he has note to Squawk. So if he doesn't have Squawk yet, then maybe it would have been better to use the nest balls after. Ooh, Pokey stopping away a Sada. Gonna Palpad that back in. Makes sense. That's all he needs to win the game here. Now, it's tough here, right? Because you concealed cards, you increase your chance of finding Sada, but then you don't have the fighting energy guaranteed yet. Looks like that's what he's going to go for. He might have an energy retrieval in hand already. Pokegear. But even if not, you should be able to find an energy off the Sada, hopefully. Oh, nope. Fails the Pokegear, though. So, not over yet. And honestly, if Isaac doesn't get the dunk here, you got to imagine that as long as Alejandro has a supporter, that still going to be in the one in the better spot. Yep, just a burst roar from Isaac. Can we see Alejandro swing this around, find a supporter, and get a big knockout on this Raging Bolt? Doesn't even necessarily need to knock it out, as long as he gets set back up, gets some Pokemon down. There's the Arvin, so Alejandro will be just fine. Move my mic closer. Secret Box, Ancient Booster. So must have enough cards that he feels comfortable discarding here with the Secret Box. Maybe can even get the knockout here after all. Pokestop fail though, so that doesn't spell great things for this turn. Definitely in a good spot no matter what right now, but probably not taking the knockout if he decided to use Pokestop and then didn't find anything. Take the research for next turn. Nest Ball to get the Klawf down. I know you already have the DTE. Is that Artisan? Yeah, okay. And then another Ancient Booster. Oh, there's the rescue board. Okay, so is this the knockout then? I mean, if he has the poison tool, I think that's all he needs, right? Because the Artisan can grab the Brute Bonnet, Nest Ball can grab the Klawf. Yep, there it is. He's already got the tool. He's got the DTE. That should be enough to take the knockout here, and still not activate Fez like he's been able to do. Yep, I think that was the poison tool there. So, should be able to just go ahead, smack for 240 damage here. Or no, not quite. 220? Oh, it needs the Sneasler to finish off here. Because Klawf is 30 plus 160. Or maybe that's not the right tool. 220. 10 from poison. He did 220. $190 plus the tool be 230 plus the poison for 240. So that must not be the tool. But then if it's not the tool, that'd be 190 plus 10, right? So it'd only be 200. I'm a little confused. Chat, what's wrong with my math right now? How does it 200? What am I missing? If he has the tool, it should be the knockout. If he doesn't have the tool, it should be 200. I thought. Maybe I am wrong. What other tool could this be? What other tools does Klawf play that he would put on a Klawf? We may never know. Oh, the DTE. My bad. Did he not have a DTE on the Klawf last game? Oh, does opponent just scoop it up? Damn, didn't want to give the stream a show. He did have the DT last game, but he had the sneeze there. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That is what I messed up. Man, chat. Nobody let me know. Klawf math. All right. Well, that is the end of that round of the special event. Oh, my teammate. We got Jeremy Gumilla against Mauricio Hernandez. So, Jeremy is my fellow TSS member. Let's see these players' resumes. We'll do Mauricio first. Mauricio Hernandez. Looks like Mauricio does not have a limitless page, so maybe not quite as accomplished of a player, but that's all right. That's one of his. Already 4-0, has the opportunity to create that limitless page this weekend. Jeremy. Well, for starters, TSS member. And Jeremy has had a best finish was top 8 at Baltimore 2023. Started off with a bang. That was one of his first events, I think, or I'm not sure how long he'd been playing before that, but I know that was pretty early on. He hasn't been playing that long, a few years. And then, a slew of, dozens of top 64s, top 128 finishes at major events, top 32 at LAIC last year. So definitely no stranger to success. This is his, has not have a day 2 or big finish at a major event yet this season. I don't know if he's played many, but looks like he's looking to get on the board here for the 2024-2025 season. So both players looking to put up their first finish of the season, get on the board, start working towards that securing a Worlds invite. And looks like we got Raging Bolt from Mauricio, something with PalkNoir from Jeremy, I'm not sure. Looks like Palkia based on that vessel. I think I saw the Palkia in hand as well. Let me make sure I have the speed turned up here until we get caught up. We'll probably get caught up to the live pretty quickly. So I'd say this matchup is pretty close to 50-50. I typically favor Palkia. It kind of depends on what techs are in the Palkia list as well, like how many Vacuum and are in the Palkia list, how many Bravery Charm are in the Raging Bolt list, and how well both players know how to play it. But I will say I do favor Raging Bolt if it goes second and the Palkia player just goes pass with only one Duskull in play. Yep, and it looks like Mauricio gonna quickly take that game 1 with a donk with the Sada. We saw last game the Raging Bolt player fail to get the donk on the Klawf player and then end up losing pretty quickly after that. But not this time. Mauricio clutching up, turn 1, attach Sada, knock out that Duskull, and pretty rough for Jeremy. Already going to be down a game in a already pretty close matchup. And it looks like Jeremy is going to opt to go second this game. I kind of like still just going first. like Palkia can't really do much turn 1 going second, but I mean, at least you can get a better setup before the Bolt player goes, try to prevent the donk. That's probably all he's thinking. Especially after just getting donked, maybe he's just thinking, I just want to make sure I play the game. But I do think that you are still advantaged by going first. A big part of like wanting to go first is that your opponent has no potential to like boss. For a 2-prize knockout turn 2 or turn 1, they have to hit a catcher heads if you can get a 1-prizer active. So it just like significantly decreases the odds there. Obviously, Bolt players usually play 1 boss, so still pretty hard to find that boss turn 2 as the Bolt player, and then also enough energy to take a 1-shot on a 2-prize Pokemon, but just sort of opens up that option. I prefer, if I'm playing Palkia, to go first here. So Jeremy opening the Poffin this time, definitely going to have a better start. Opened the Mew already, though, so that is an easy 2-prize Pokemon for Mauricio to knock out. I mean, he could get punished. We could see like exactly what I'm talking about here, right? Like Mauricio had a great turn 1. He's got 2 Grass Energy on 2 Ogerpons, Fighting Energy on that active Raging Bolt. Might not need Desade. Might be able to attach Lightning, boss up the Mew EX, take an easy 2-prize cards on it, and that's the punish, or even knock out this Palkia. That's the punish I'm talking about, why you would still rather go first as Palkia in this matchup. And you want to go first as Raging Bolt. Yeah, attach a water to the Duskull. I'm not seeing the line there. I'm not too sure why we do that. I guess just to have the pivot if the Palkia gets knocked out, but I feel like it definitely got to be better. That's the Palkia there. I mean, if the Palkia goes down, you kind of lose anyways, right? Okay, I mean, he's got a second one now, so in better shape, but I don't know. This, I was going to try to sacrifice the Duskull. I guess so. I mean, thing is, like, I don't know, if you attach the water to the Palkia and the Duskull gets knocked out, then you still are in the same spot. I don't know. Having the pivot doesn't make that much sense to me. You still have Mew EX, right, as a free retreater. The Duskull can always just knock itself out to get itself out of the active spot in a worst case scenario. So I definitely would rather just attach the water to the Palkia, but looks like got Teal Dance, we got Sada, no boss, so Mauricio not going to get that punish for by getting go first. Not going to get that edge. There's the Prime Catcher though, so he is still going to be able to take a 2-prize turn. Get that Palkia out of here. There's a Vector too, right? Like the Mauricio got to have an extra turn of. He only got 1 extra Teal Dance. But, I mean, he did have an extra turn of attaching and Teal Dancing before needing to find this Prime Catcher knockout. And that was awarded to him because Jeremy chose to go second. But I guess Jeremy's really valuing making sure he gets 2 Palkia V down turn 1 before Mauricio can attack, thinking maybe he can't consistently get 2 Palkia V down turn 1 without going second. I feel like he can, but okay, finding the Prime Catcher here. So should be able to get a 2-prize knockout right now. So all he really needs to do is just want to take a 2-prize knockout on the Ogerpon with the Grass Energy on the bench there. Make sure you're staying on the race. I mean, he doesn't even need a Prime Catcher, right? He can just retreat, knock out the active. That works too. Definitely better. I mean, he's not in great shape. I will say that. It's not a good spot to be in. I mean, you might as well. I think you should attach the Great Edge for sure. I guess he's saving it for the concealed. Looks like Mauricio was confused about what Palkia did for a second there. Maybe thinking it was only Jeremy's bench. But nope. So it's still going to do exactly enough with 9 bench Pokemon. I mean, Mauricio has a pretty clear path of victory here. He just needs to attack this turn, attack next turn. For Jeremy, things are a lot less clear cut. He needs to Iono, and then Blood Moon is going to be his best chance at winning the game. Potentially even using a Dusknoir would be worth it to Iono Mauricio to 1 instead of 2. Now, as Mauricio, I would have liked to see the Grass Energy on the Ogre Pawn hit the discard pile as well, and leave the Fighting Energy on the active Pokemon. With the Bravery Charm, the active Raging Bolt is not that likely to get knocked out, and Jeremy probably wants to knock out the Pheasant Dipity this turn over knocking out a Raging Bolt anyways. Otherwise, the Iono is not going to be that effective, and Mauricio should be fine if he can keep the Pheasant Dipity alive. So just leave the Fighting Energy on the Raging Bolt. That way it can definitely attack next turn. That way you're not stuck looking for Fighting Energy specifically to get attacking again. Jeremy Nestball for Fez. I mean, that's fine. I think he still wants to use Dusk. I think he wants to use Dusknoir this turn just to make Iono a little bit stronger. I think it is worth it, even though it does. I think if Mauricio has an energy, he's doing enough damage to take 2 prize cards anyways, right? So 1 prize versus 2 prizes left for Mauricio is not going to matter. Jeremy's gonna have a Blood Moon active that will get knocked out as long as Mauricio has an energy. So better to pop the Dusclops and Iono Mauricio to 1. Which I imagine, I mean, Jeremy has a lot of cards in hand. I assume he has that play. Okay, I'm going to grab a couple more waters. Yep, also for the Dusknoir. I don't know if this is really necessary, but I mean, you're thinning anyways, might as well. But yeah, this could just be, I mean, you could just pop a Dusknoir. Dusknoir doesn't actually matter that much here. I don't know if thinning waters out is, like, optimal for Jeremy at this stage. What's his plan here? Does he have the Blood Moon? Does he not have the Blood Moon? He needs Blood Moon. Alright, yeah. He's going to pop 130 on the active. That's what I mean. Like, it didn't need to be Dusknoir. But, I mean, it thins the Dusknoir out of the deck at least, so. But I assume he already has the Blood Moon in hand. Reed's is going to take 1 prize card. Nest Ball. Okay. Nest Ball, Blood Moon. I don't even think he used Concealed. I feel like I would use Concealed before Ultra Balling 2 waters away. But I don't know. Maybe he's got another water in hand. I just don't necessarily think that thinning waters out of the deck at this stage is the optimal move. Because he needs to find to hit the Prime Catcher next turn, right? I mean, he probably doesn't even want to knock out this Raging Bolt. I would think he'd want to knock out the Fez. So he's going to use the Prime Catcher now. He's going to need to find Switch next turn still. I mean, he might not even have Iono. We haven't seen it yet. Maybe he already used Concealed cards. I mean, even if so, I feel like still. Candy. Dusknoir, obviously, he's not going to use that because that would lose him the game. Maybe, I don't know about putting the Dusknoir damage. If he was going to, like, set up for a double Dusknoir, then maybe it should have been 130 on something that didn't have a Bravery Charm on it, and then he could, like, threaten to sudden death next turn, worst case scenario. I mean, obviously he's pretty unfavored in sudden death since Mauricio can attack turn 1, but there's the Concealed. Has he used Flip the Script yet? I don't think so, because he's not marking his abilities, or he is marking his abilities and hasn't marked that yet. That's what I mean to say. So let's see it. Can we see the Fez? He has the Iono. Like that's just like a must. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty good Pokestop if he's trying to find Iono Flip the Script. thins the deck of a couple cards without discarding any Ionos. Honestly, if he doesn't have access to an Iono here, he should just slam the Blood Moon now. You don't even bother optimizing by playing other cards. Just save time. Like, either Mauricio has the energy in hand or he doesn't. Like, bring up the Fez, knock it out, see what happens. If he does have the Iono, I mean, he needs to keep thinning, but I feel like these shouldn't be, like, super tough decisions to make, to be honest. And he needs, he's got lots of time to win a green 3 anyways, but. There's the Palkia. Just gonna keep thinning. Vacuums the Bravery Charm. Oh, the Pokestop. I mean, yeah, makes more sense. Sure. I've got Saturn now. Saturn acquired. Hello. Oh. There we go. We see the Pheasant Deputy come up, the Iono come down. Will Mauricio find the energy off of the Iono to 1? That is the question. That is yet to be answered. That's all he needs, just the fighting energy. But see, I mean, if Mauricio hadn't discarded the fighting energy off the Raging Bolt, then he would just need any energy. He wouldn't necessarily need a fighting. I mean, a lightning works 2 there. Yeah, now he needs a specific kind of energy because he did that. Otherwise, it could just be any energy. It could be a grass, could be a lightning, could be a fighting. Pokegear. I'm sure there will be a Sada in here. If Raging Bolt. Oh. Fails the Pokestop, or the Pokegear. Here it is. The Iono to 1. It's happening. Burst Roar. Yep. Alright. So, Jeremy just needs to hit the switch. Did he end up... I didn't see if he ended up using the Prime Catcher on the Fez or the Counter Catcher. I missed it. I was taking Saturn. We'll find out. It's the last turn of the game. Second Vacuum. So he does play 2 Vacuum. That's good to know going into game 3. Oh. Should be the Bravery Charm, not the Lightning Energy. Getting lost down there. Restart for 1. Trekking Shoes. This should be a... I don't know, what is this that it's a consideration? Oh, Water Energy, concealed cards. Okay. Ultra Ball. Nothing. What's he gonna do? This is, I think, like, you just have to, I don't think you ever go for sudden death here. Because that would be an option, right? You could Dusknoir, and then, knock out the Raging Bolt, and go into sudden death here. He's debating the Iono, because the Iono, I mean, Mauricio obviously doesn't have the energy in hand yet. So the Iono does get Mauricio closer to, the energy, but it also helps him dig for the Prime Catcher play, right? Yeah. I mean, he's got it. Prime catcher, he's got it. Just scoop it up, Mauricio. You don't need to draw your one card off Iono. It's fine. What's Mauricio doing? Oh, he's boxed. Is some of his cards are upside down? Okay. The deck is boxed. What's Jeremy doing? Got those dust calls in there. Come on, boys. Let's get it going. Get these decks shuffled up. You have a game 3 to play. Can I have the pillow?
Yeah. I think they're probably hungry, so I was gonna feed them each time they go to the washroom first.
They were chilling. I think they're just a little uncomfy, maybe.
I thought that they were hungry. I just had to go to the washroom before I had them, that's all.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can take. Yeah, they are hungry now.
Yeah, I just had to go to the washroom.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh. Concealed. No Palkia yet. No Palkia. Oh, we're gonna go for the post-op. I mean, definitely should try to hit the Palkia, but looks like miss. Maybe he's got an Ultra Ball. Doesn't look like it. Oh, still rolling it. He's got the nest ball. It's all good. He's just trying to properly sequence it, I suppose. Probably gonna do a quick prize check here. I mean, they got lots of time left, but he might not necessarily know that. He might try to zoom through here. I think 23 minutes plus 3 turns should be more than enough to close this game and get a thorough prize check in here and make sure that not making any mistakes. But he didn't necessarily know that they have a good chunk of time left. So I'm gonna zoom through here. So I do think that Jeremy is only going to get one Palkia down this game. I think that that's all he's got. So there is the potential for Mauricio to get the turn 1 Pokemon catcher or Prime catcher and just pretty much win the game on the spot at that point. I mean, there's definitely maybe not on the spot. I think definitely like solid lines either way. I mean, if the Palkia goes down, Jeremy can go Dusk Noir, put Maurizio down to 2 prize cards, attack with Blood Moon, and then they're 2-2 at that point. And Maurizio has to immediately, on his second turn of the game, hit a one-shot on a Blood Moon with only 2 cards in hand, which is easier said than done. It can seem like, oh, well, you put your opponent 2-2. I mean, Raging Bolt can hit 260, no problem. But when your opponent's only taken 1 turn before that, they're gonna and just had to discard all of their energy from the board, and then you're leaving them with 0 energy, 2 cards in hand, and you have a Blood Moon active. It's not that easy to one-shot that. Typically, I think actually more often than not, the Palkia player will win in that situation. So even if Maurizio manages to get a turn 1 catcher, 2 prize knockout here, not necessarily enough. If he doesn't get a turn 1 2 prize knockout here, then Jeremy, I think, usually in the driver's seat. That's the Palkia player. Maurizio certainly not playing around Jeremy's damage cap here, not having the hand to allow him to do so. He's got lots of Pokemon in play, lots of targets that will be able to be one-shotted by Subspace Swell. Right now, I think he is safe, right? 160. Yeah, right now Jeremy's doing 200, so. Pokestop, gonna grab Vessel, Ultra Ball, discard Asada. Vessel, Ultra Ball is gonna be pretty useful here. I don't know what Maurizio's got in hand, but I know I saw Grass Energy, I think. Looks like he's got Vessel away a Lightning for a couple more energy. And then I assume probably you're really going to play that Ultra Ball and maybe grab Squawk. I mean, you don't want to toss all of your energy as Raging Bolt. Discard the Grass. Let me discard the Fighting or the other Lightning. That looks like he's eyeing up the other Lightning. Maybe he's got a Sada already. You can grab the Raging Bolt. What do we see here? Yeah, Raging Bolt. So presumably Sada in hand. You can tell Mauricio's not happy though from his body language. I mean, I think his start is more than fine. This is turn 1. But I think he's a little salty that he lost the last game. Bravery Charm coming down on the Bolt. And now he's thinking like, am I really going to hit Prime Catcher Heads here? Probably not. Or Prime Catcher or Pokemon Catcher Heads. I'll have to only take 1 prize. But now he's in a not great spot, right? Because Jeremy's going to get the first 2 prize cards. And I think that Jeremy just always has a substantial advantage in this position. If he gets the first 2 prize cards. Then he doesn't need to do any Iono shenanigans. He doesn't need anything to any disruption to stick. He just needs to make so that he can keep taking 2 prize cards every turn. Next turn, he could even threaten to go like double Dusk Noir and take 4 prize cards on the next turn and just win on turn 3. So that's probably what we'll try to see him establish here to at least threaten that. I mean, the quicker you can wrap it up at this point as Jeremy, the better. Lest anything go wrong. But I think that as long as Jeremy gets a knockout on one of these Ogerpons, this should be a winning position for him. He did use Pokestop into Counter Catcher last turn, right? As far as I remember. So he should have a knockout here. But he still needs to get a couple more Pokemon on his bench. Which looks like he doesn't have those Pokemon yet. He's going to have to hope to draw it off Iono. Should be fine. But I'm sure Jeremy's a little nervous. Thinking, well, I could whiff, I could miss, and then what? There's a Duskull. Hasn't used Pokestop yet. I don't even know if I would. I don't, like, I might not bother using Pokestop if, you don't need to. Probably still worth it. Try to make sure you can get the double Dusknoir off next turn and just win on turn 3 rather than delaying it for another turn after that. Because it doesn't have an attacker next turn if he doesn't get the get a Dusknoir off. So he does need to at least set up a Dusknoir for next turn to be, if he wants to be extra safe. Gonna Fez first, and then we're gonna see the Pokestop. Oh, Heavy Ball for the Palkia. Just gonna double check the prize cards here. I mean, they got 15 minutes left. There's no rush. I am sure they will finish this game, no problem. Pokestop, Vacuum, Nest Ball, Stretcher. Okay, so I mean the Vacuum could definitely be handy next turn. I probably wouldn't use it now, just in case Mauricio just wants to toss a new Bravery Charm on there. I mean, Jeremy's only got the one Gusting card next turn, so I mean he's got 2 Vacuum and a Prime Catcher. He's got to find one of them next turn in order to get around the Bravery Charm on the Bolt. So better not to use it now. Just wait. Find it next turn. Worst case scenario, you got Iono, but you should still be fine. Another Raging Bolt. Hits the board. There's really not a lot that Mauricio can do here. I think he should probably try to Iono this turn. But, I mean, he needs 3 more turns to win the game. And that against Jeremy could win just next turn. So it's not really looking like there's a good line. I mean, even if Jeremy doesn't hit any Dusknoirs next turn, he can still just manually attach the Blood Moon. Because Mauricio will be at 3 prize cards. So 2 energy will be enough to attack with it. And Jeremy's already got the Vacuum in hand, so it's not looking good. And then Jeremy can just Blood Moon again on the for his last 2 prize cards for 0 energy even. Doesn't even need energy, just needs a Stretcher at that point, or to just hit the. No, yeah, that would be his line. Would be just finding a Stretcher. Blood Moon for 0 energy. Deal Dance. Draw 1. Someone's getting a diaper change. Don't do that. What he just did, don't do that. I would not recommend it. It looks sus. I mean, he didn't shuffle that much after. It's like, if you shuffle your deck properly, then putting both slots on top should do just fine. You put them all both on top, you shuffle, they should not end up together, or maybe they will. I mean, but that's just random. They shouldn't have a higher chance of ending up together by putting them on top. So separating them just sort of like implies that you're trying to increase your chance of drawing Sada. which is not all right. And then he did not shuffle enough after for what he did, for the fact that he separated those. He did not shuffle enough to consider that like completely random. So do not do that. It's not cheating. Like, I'm not like, this isn't like a witch hunt. Ban Mauricio Hernandez. I'm just saying, he's probably, I mean, he might be a newer player, or experienced at least. Probably didn't even think about it like that. But for so the viewers know, I do not recommend doing that. I recommend definitely not doing that, in fact. So we'll see. We'll see if Jeremy can win this turn. If not, no problem. He'll just need to find another nice stretcher. As long as he can attack this turn. Just needs a water energy for that Blood Moon. But to win, he just needs to find double Candy, double Dusknoir. Which, I mean, shouldn't be that hard. He hasn't used any yet, so. Pokestop first. Dusknoir, Vessel, Palkia. I mean, that's at least a Night Stretcher target if he has a Night Stretcher in hand. He's going pretty fast now. Maybe he's already got it. No, it doesn't look like it. Vessel. Going to the Palkia V. Water. Water. Okay, so that's 1 energy for Blood Moon if he needs to, if he's not going to use Dusknoir this turn. And 1 energy is concealed, so he can at least try to find Dusknoir this turn. He needs to double Dusknoir or not use Dusknoir at all. So going to attach to the Blood Moon right away. Concealed cards. 1, 2. Ultra Ball. Nest Ball. I can't really see his hand. Pokestop. Just going to grab Dusknoir. Yeah, okay, he's probably got the candy in hand. Go ahead and evolve that. Definitely not going to use it unless he has both. I think I see another candy. Oh, maybe he's got the Night Stretcher already. He's got to have it if he's doing this. He wouldn't. Okay, there's the Night Stretcher. Another candy. Boom. Knock out the Fez. Take 2 prize cards. Retreat. Yeah, he's got the Lost Vacuum. We saw it last turn. Retreat. Blood Moon. Boom. The 4 prize turn. Let's go. That's how it's done. We were forecasting it the entire time. It did end up happening. Double Dusknoir, Blood Moon, win in 3 turns. That's Palkia V-Star for you. You cannot... You have to take the first 2 prize cards against Palkia if you're Raging Bolt in this matchup. You can't allow your opponent to just win like that with double Dusknoir into Blood Moon, because it's going to happen. Alright. Let's see. How much time do we got until next round of Tournament of Doom? About 15 minutes. Oh, there's only 2 rounds left, or 2 games left in this round. So we'll see. It might be a little shorter than that. But we'll be right back. Until then. See you guys soon. Okay, not what just happened yet. I'm not going to rewind. We'll just... Pedro has got Gift Energy and a Lugia. Blood Moon down. Used Squawk. Looks like he used Jock as well. Or maybe he just had double Archeops in hand already. Yeah, because it looked like he went first. So there you go. Pedro cruising along. Lugia, I would say, is the favorite here, especially if you're going first. Whoever going first definitely probably has an edge in general. It's not like a super one-sided matchup. But I do still think that Lugia has the edge either way. Pedro, very accomplished player. Let's see. EUIC top 8, 2017. Regional Sheffield top 8, 2017. OCIC first, 2017. Then World's top 32, same year. Following year, top 4 regional. Won a regional, top 4 another IC, top 4 Worlds. And then the year after that, another regional top 8. Special event top 4, special event win. NAIC top 16, EUIC top 64, another Worlds top 32, then another regional top 8, top 4, special event top 8, regional top 4, OCIC top 64, EUIC top 4, regional win, another LAIC top 64, OCIC top 8, EUIC top 4. Very, very accomplished player. Murilo, solid player in his own right, though. A lot of regional top 32s. Definitely no stranger to the scene. It looks like Pedro was able to take the prize lead here, taking the first knockout with Tempest Dive. Murilo not only getting a 1 prize knockout here. But using Gujo to do it. So, I mean, Chinchino not going to easily be able to knock out this Retri Drago. So, Pedro looks like he bringing up Lugia. Probably already has the boss in hand. I see a Lumen at the very least. Murilo's just trying to take out these Archeops and get it done that way. But ultimately, you know, it's not going to matter if he can knock out with Archeops. Pedro's going to set up this Minccino with a lot of energy with this Archeops. Lumen for the boss. Bring up that Fez most likely, take 2 prize cards on it, and then, you know, win with the boss anyways on the following turn. So, no more Primal Turbos really necessary. Just needs to find the boss's orders in order to seal up these last 2 prize cards here. Very smooth sailing for the Lugia, for this Lugia list here. On the Drago's end, I mean, what can you do? Iono, try to prime catch or something. Hope for the best. Hope that Pedro doesn't draw the boss. But you're still going to be pretty far behind. Because, I mean, you can only take, at most 2 prize cards. And there's no, nothing that you can set up for, 2 Phantom Dives to knock out either. Just thinking about attacking with the Radzard. Just to make it a little bit harder for Pedro to knock out. Pedro's got the V-Guard energy on there as well. So Lost Impact not knocking that out yet. Looks like Temple is going to be grabbed off the Legacy Star to get around that. Yep, so Temple, this comes up. Temple will shut off the Mist energy, it'll shut off the V-Guard energy, and it'll shut off the Gift energy. So this actually creates the most realistic line here to win. I mean, if there's Halucha in the deck, then we could see that Mist with that Mist energy shut off by Temple. A Phantom Dive for game next turn, right? But not very likely. Looks like Minccino comes up, but Pedro does not have it quite yet. I see he's now at Carmine. Yeah. Carmine's getting rid of the 1/1 Lugia. Might as well. Ultra Ball for Chinchino. That should be game. Chinchino, yeah. Easy victory for the Lugia here. Let's head right into game 2. At least the Drago player, I imagine, will get to go first this time. Looks like he opened a Cleffa, I think that is. I believe it's a Cleffa. How are you doing in Doom? I'm 3-1 right now with Cerule Edge. We just 2-0'd a Lugia. We had a no-show round 1, though. I had no-show. And then round 2, I lost to a Zard. Then I 2-0'd an Archaludon and 2-0'd a Lugia. I'm 3-0 with your Cerule Edge list too. Nice, nice. Sweet. I think list is really good. Feels very consistent. Very happy with it. It was a lot of fun to play too. I've been liking playing this through ledge. Alright, so no energy attachment turn 1 for Murilo. Raikou start for Pedro, getting that extra fleet-footed draw. Heads on the Aroma. I think this needs 4th Jet, though. I haven't found the switching to be a big problem, but I do want a 4th, another energy anyway, so I was saying it's probably going to cut link for a 4th Jet. Mostly for the Zard matchup, just to have a little bit of extra energy. Have a better chance of hitting that one shot later on. I run in some sticky swaps, so I don't have another switch in deck. Fair. Can't hurt. Yeah, I was probably gonna add another jet after the event. Take a look at the list, see what I might want to swap out there. I don't even know. I don't know what I'd want to cut. Could maybe go. I don't know. You can maybe go down an Ultra Ball, but that doesn't seem great. Pedro finds the jet. Gonna get that Lugia out. Plays a Carmine. I didn't really see what got discarded there, but I don't. Oh yeah, double Archeops. How do you feel about Zamazenta? I like it. I don't feel like I could cut it. I feel like if I cut it, it'd have to be for like a second Squawk. Because like there are games, it's definitely useful in general, but they're like, especially if you prize Squawk, you can't afford to not have Zam. I think like there's an argument that you just play double Squawk instead, but I like that my second Squawk is usable in addition to Squawk, and I can do both on turn 1. I like the Zamazenta. There's also like even past turn 1 there are turns. Like sometimes turn 2, if I don't have anything, I'll just Regal Stance. If I'm not quite at the knockout yet, just ending my turn with Regal Stance is usually fine. So I like the Zam. I like it better than a second Squawk, and I think if I cut it, I would need a second Squawk. We see an energy. I think I just saw the Vessel discard Kiram, so we are going to get some energy online for Murilo. Kill Dance first. Yep. Fire come down on the Drago. I don't see a Drago V-Star yet. There's the Ultra Ball. Get rid of Clone Giratina. Doesn't need those. Energy switch, so should be able to get the attack here. Get the first 2 prize cards. Be in pretty good shape. Oh, just a grasping draw though. Not gonna bother using Legacy Star to get the attack off. I don't know about that. I feel like you need to attack. I don't know. I guess you can just hope that Pedro whiffs boss. He only has 1 card in hand. I mean, that's reasonable with only 1 card in hand for Pedro. And then you don't need to use your Legacy Star. V-Guard comes down here. I guess if you want to reuse your Temple, then you can't get rid of the Legacy Star, but I don't know. Especially if Pedro's doesn't really have anything. Taking getting like significant lead feels good. It looks like just a research for Pedro. I mean, his 1 card being research is pretty good. Did he have, maybe he had 0 cards in hand going into the turn? I'm not sure. Then I could kind of understand. I mean, you're not getting bossed. You might as well just let your opponent take 1 prize card. And then start attacking from there. I mean, if we could see a boss, Phantom Dive, even better. Really chasing down these Archeops. I don't know about this. Like, I get it. Like, I guess he's just trying to set up maybe lone Drago with Gutra as his win con. But, like, you do have the prize lead. You know, like, if you just take 2 prize cards, there's 2 prize cards in play. You Phantom Dive the Raikou, lost impact a couple times, you will win. But then you also have to, you have to get another Drago set up, which maybe he just isn't confident in doing that. I mean, definitely a better spot than last game. Doesn't have all those 2 prizes on board for Pedro to just boss around the Drago. This is definitely a more reasonable line this game than it was last game. Just killing the chops. But still doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel optimal to me. I feel like Pedro can probably still win without any more Archeops. You're going to see a Primal Turbo. Probably 2 energy coming down on the Minccino. Oh, no, even just going to set up the Blood Moon. Interesting. Not worried about the Archeops getting knocked out, I suppose. Just okay with it. Okay, just gonna go through this Drago. Not gonna try to boss around it. Makes sense. I mean, it's good. You kind of deal with it eventually if it's the only put one in play. What do we see here from Murilo? Another new Drago coming down. Makes sense. Kind of a weird stalemate here. Neither player is taking these prize cards very quickly. But Pedro should be able to take the prize lead back next turn. Boss comes down. He's debating the Cinccino or the Archeops. Not even. Gonna go for the Raikou. Now that's strange to me. You're already at uneven prize cards, right? You're gonna have to take that one prize at some point. I feel like you might as well take the Archeops now if you're going for this knockout double Archeops line. But I guess I don't know. I know why I go for the Archeops instead. I guess if the Cinccino is going to come up anyways, you're going to have to go through it one way or another, but could also get hit. The Legacy Energy could come down on the Cinccino. I guess you can tumble through that. I guess now he doesn't need to find the boss on the Raikou later. But now, by not knocking out the Archeops, the Drago is definitely getting knocked out. There's no way around it. What was that? What is going on? I feel like we missed something. It blocked out for a second. I don't know what we missed there. Raikou went down. Cinccino comes up. Chops 2 energy on the Cinccino, and then Pedro just boss. Okay, I just bosses the other Regidrago. I see. Okay, that makes sense. He was worried about if the other Regidrago comes up with full HP, also using Goodra, then that might be more of an issue. So you got to boss around it now before it can evolve. Well, its HP is low and it's not attacking with Goodra. And just deal with the threat in advance. And we're at the part where Murilo benches another Ogerpon. Cool. Okay, Prime catches the Blood Moon. Oh, maybe not. Not sure. And Pedro's set up to use the Blood Moon to knock out the Regidrago, otherwise. So this at least Murilo takes 2 prize cards, goes down to 1. And this puts him in a pretty good spot. He will need to hit boss again next turn, but he hasn't used his Legacy Star yet, so that should be fine. What's going on here? Lost impact. Did I miss something? Prime Catcher. Bring that up. Retreat. Then lost impact. Grass. Grass. So maybe I'm not understanding what the issue is here. He did do it right. I watched him. Yeah, he did it right. I think Pedro just didn't notice. When he retreated. But he did. Okay, now he's just debating what to remove the energy from. Okay, it looks like he's gonna... Okay. There we go. Energy's come off the Drago. Yeah, it seems alright. Still got Legacy Star, so should be able to power it back up pretty easily. I know he's taking those last 2 prize cards with Radzard, maybe. Or the last 1 prize card with Radzard. But see, I mean, he'd be in the same spot if he knocked out the, I guess the Legacy Energy could go on the Raikou, and that may maybe be a problem. That's what he was thinking. I guess that makes sense. That's why I went for the Raikou. I don't know, I still feel like knocking out Arceus probably would have been better than knocking out Raikou there. Still have Temple, worst case scenario. I mean, they should work out fine. I don't really see how he misses next turn. Pedro just going through the motions here. I mean, ideally like to Iono. It's really the only thing that matters. If he can Iono, that's a little bit of disruption. Otherwise, it just comes down to whether or not Murilo has a way to set up an attacker and then boss, which he should. With, I mean, honestly, you should have it either way, right? Energy switch on Radzard, boss. I guess he doesn't have another Drago V-Star yet, so doesn't necessarily have access to Legacy Star. Drago, attach, energy switch, Temple, boom. Didn't even need to use the Legacy Star. Alright. Okay, here we go. Klawf is started again for Murilo. Very nice. Luminion started on the other hand for Pedro. Not as nice. Certainly not ideal. Here comes the Lugia. Pretty solid hand for Pedro. I see a Jacques for next turn. I think I see an Ultra Ball as well. Should have the turn 2 double Lugia. But might not be able to do it with a boss, which would be ideal. As long as he can MP very much, though, that's fine too. Just needs to be able to take 2 prize cards. How are we doing on time for Tournament of Doom, I wonder? Should still be pretty good. 12 minutes left. Only 2 games still playing, though. So what went down on the research here? It looks like a Drago. I think I saw a Switch as well. Drago can always be a bad discard early, especially if you haven't done deck search yet, which I think he had, though. I think he used some Nest Balls to get those Pokemon out. I missed it. Ultra Ball. I think getting rid of Kyurem. I don't know what the other card is, though. The card looks like a single prize Dragon-type Pokemon, which I would think would have to be Kyurem. It could be like a Haxorus, I suppose, but I feel like playing as Lugia, probably would have seen Haxorus by now. I mean, maybe not. Mist Energy prevents it anyways, so. Probably not even that good in the matchup. Makes easy way to not one-shot Lugia V, though. But probably just Kyurem that we were seeing there. Can I get the Pheasantipity down? Okay, full bench. 2 teals. See, now that Goodra strat, I don't think it's real. When you have this many 2 prizers on board, that can be bossed. So we see the Jacques. Oh, the Iron Hands. Double Chops. Ultra Ball. Boom. Lugia V-Star. So he does have the Amp. We're going to see it. I assume. He's thinking. Summoning Star. Toss those Chops down. Primal Turbo. Oh. Maybe he's just prize checking, or maybe he's going for Aqua Return. I don't know. Or maybe that's just he was just deck searching from the Ultra Ball still. Okay, that's fair. There's the Summoning Star, or yeah, Primal Turbo. Primal Turbo again. Probably just the DTE. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Thank you very much. Take the first 2 prize cards. Just needs to... I'm not going to get a Minccino down, it looks like here. So just going to have to find bosses now. I don't think I saw an out to boss in hand. For what it's worth. saw a few energy, that's for sure. Flip the script. Because Murilo, you don't really have to deal with his hands. You'd really rather just gust around it. Now, this seems like a good time to knock out an Archeops. Even knocking out Lugia would be pretty good here. Right? Like, if you knock out Lugia, what does Pedro really have to... I guess that he could 3 energy Blood Moon to take a 2-prizer, but then he would need Blood Moon and a boss still. And then he'd also have to retreat into the Blood Moon, so using a lot of energy there. But I mean, getting rid of the Archeops is probably still better. Yeah. Boss the chops. Does he have Phantom Dive? Yeah. So Phantom Dive. Let's see where the other damage counters are gonna go. Looks like 6 on the chops. Set up to pick it off with Phantom Dive throughout the game. I don't know if you need to put a little 6 on the Archeops. I don't think it's really relevant to do that. I feel like you just go like 4. Then it's like in Kyurem range. You can put the other 2 elsewhere. But I guess the other 2 aren't super relevant elsewhere anyways. You could go just 3 on chops if you're just trying to Phantom Dive it twice. Because it means it can just take a missed energy anyways, right? And stop that play. Oh, are they out of time? Oh yeah, that was turn 3. I noticed that was called. Yeah, they were that's a tie. Could have gone either way there. I think Murilo is definitely in a better spot. I mean, they might have had a gentleman's, but probably a tie. Let's see how long do we have until? All right. About 5 minutes until the next round for Tournament of Doom. So, take a quick break. Be right back when Tournament of Doom starts. Okay, we have Marcus Cifuentes, Meta versus Miguel Lopez. LostBox against something. Marco, phenomenal player. Really had his. I feel like he had really had his breakout season last year. I know him from online tournaments back near the beginning of COVID, but all in all, I feel like he really broke out last season. Top 32 regional Joinville, top 64 at Worlds, top 64 NAIC, top 16 regional Santiago, top 16 regional Sao Paulo, 1 Goiânia regionals, top 8 regional Santiago. Oh, definitely had some strong finishes before that too, but finally won his first major last season. And I mean, his brother is the Iron Thorns world champion from Worlds 2024. So I believe that is his brother, Fernando Cifuentes. Solid start here. I mean, Poffin, Ninja, 3 Comfy, and a Ninja. What else can you ask for? This is the win it in. This last round of the stream that we'll be watching. Last round of day 1. So winner of this will advance. And the loser will not. Let's get this on 2 times speed. What are we doing here on regular speed? Okay, boss of the Lost Zone. I mean, it's always notable because LostBox lists usually only playing 1. Ooh, looks like we got another bolt. They're everywhere. I mean, sure, Marco more than happy to play against the bolt. LostBox has a fantastic Raging Bolt matchup, especially with how heavy of a vacuum count LostBox lists typically play. Concealed. Nest ball. Didn't get it down here. Eyeing up Raging Bolt, but not sure. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Ogre Pawn instead. Looks like he doesn't have. I mean, he has a Sada, I think. Sada, Sandy Shocks, Pokemon Catcher, Bravery Charm. Seems pretty good. I think that's why he was debating Bolt versus Ogre Pawn. I think maybe he just shouldn't have used the Nest Ball at all there. But looks like Energy Retrieval just takes the 1. I don't like that very much because you're going to Sada anyways. Now you only get to Sada for 1, which... And now you drew the grass, so you could have Teal Danced anyways with that grass. So it's like, maybe you should have just Sada'd first and then. But either way, gonna get the Sandy Shock stack off here, which definitely is what you want to see against LostBox turn 1. Puts you in the game, start taking prize cards. And I mean, the thing can be a little bit annoying to knock out for LostBox. 120 HP, just slightly out of cram range. Flyer selecting, concealed. Looks like a pretty strong hand. I see a Town Store, a Prime Catcher, maybe a Night Stretcher. Raikou Stone comes out. I think he did use the Star Alchemy. It looked like, I think he grabbed something. Probably the Chorus there. I mean, does not look like it's going super well for Marco, but I mean, Sand looked pretty good. Hopefully he can get a knockout this turn, because if he can't, I mean, this Raikou is just sit and duck. Miguel already has the prize lead. Marco needs to respond somehow. Start taking prize cards ASAP. Especially now that there's a 2 prize around his board. Just means that his clock is that much shorter. So you have Nestball coming down, grabbing the Sableye. Vacuum away the Bravery Charm. What are we going for here? What are we doing? Eyeing up the vacuum. I mean, use the vacuum, get rid of the Baby Charm on the Bolt. Alright, so it looks like we're going to see Super Odd, shovel these 3 back in, Gape, set up the Ninja, and then Moonlight Shuriken. Going to put 90 on Shocks, 90 on Ninja, and then go for a Lost Mine to finish them both off next turn. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's like kind of effective, right? Like, you're trading 2 for 2. You're this turn, attack, next turn, attack, 2 prize cards. Your opponent, ideally, in that time, also only takes 2 prize cards. Problem is, your opponent has the prize lead, and you have a Raikou on bench. So, trading even prizes is not exactly ideal here. Miguel takes 1 prize card this turn, let's say. Goes down to 4, the 4 to 6, and then you take 2 prize cards. Now then you even it up, right? You're 4 to 4, and then Miguel knocks out Raikou, goes down to 2 to 4, and then I don't really think that Marco has a good way to like make up that deficit. I mean, if you're trading even, not a great spot to be 4 prizes to 2. So I think Marco is just really... I think that's why Marco went for this play, because he's really betting on that Greninja getting stuck there. Prime Catcher on the Sableye is very interesting. Just wanted to attack with the Shocks again, I guess. But I feel like you could just like knock out the Raikou now, right? So you don't have to deal with it. Try to bring it up later. He's worried he'll get like trapped by Roxanne. Doesn't want to discard his energy. Bravery Charm on the Ninja is not at all relevant. Relevant for Lost Mine, not relevant for Moonlight Shuriken. I think there may have been some confusion there. Sandy Shocks. The Sandy Shocks not hit for Sandy Shocks. I know Sandy Shocks doesn't hit for weakness, but maybe it does hit for resistance. Yeah. So Sandy Shocks is still affected by resistance, even though it's not affected by weakness. And Sableye is resistant to fighting. So a little bit of a blunder there. Prime catching the Sableye forced Miguel to use Pokemon Catcher to bring up something else in order to still take a knockout that turn. Yet another reason to have gone for the Raikou there. But at least Sableye's gone now. Or, no, it's not even gone. So, yeah, it did not work out. Raikou should have gone down there. But even if the Sableye was down, like, Marco really doesn't mind using Ninja. It's pretty charm on both Sandy Shocks and Greninja right now. But if Marco were to go for Moonlight Shuriken instead of Lost Mine, then that would not be a problem at all. But it looks like we're going to see the Lost Mine. The Ninja's going to get knocked out. Going to put 5 on Bolt. And going to put the Sandy Shocks up to 110. Okay, what's he cooking here? 5 on Bolt is a play around Bravery Charm for Blood Moon. I don't know. I feel like You want 120 on the Sand Shocks, right? Does it have... Am I wrong about how much HP it does? Just want to double check. No, it has 120. So, I assume he has more vacuums left to finish that off. If he were to put the 10 on it. But I guess, I mean, maybe not. Nest Ball, grabs the Fez. I mean, if Miguel needs to take 2 prize cards this turn. Because otherwise, Marco could go... I mean, Miguel will probably be fine either way, to be honest. I just clicked out like crazy versus a Drago. LOL, Rod was last card. Nice. Let's go. So are you 4-2? I'm also 4-2. You could hit on the kind of the win. I guess we could just ID. But it's probably not optimal to ID. Let's dodge each other, hopefully, yeah. Alright, so Marco just scooped it up. Maybe he was out of vacuums, I don't know. Because, I mean, he could have just like put another 10 on the Sandy Shocks, picked that off the vacuum. Been a much better spot, I think, but... And just Blood Moon, Blood Moon. Probably still not in a great spot there, assuming that Miguel knocks out the Raikou. Okay, so Marco's going to opt to go second for the extra consistency. I don't know why Miguel's using Pokegear here. Never a reason to do that, turn 1. I mean, if you can't play a supporter, don't use Pokegear. Let's play Carmine, but I don't think he plays Carmine. Maybe he's trying to thin because his hand's dead. His hand does look dead. So, I don't know. Maybe that was all. Is that Spiritomb? I mean, sometimes bolts play fish, I guess. But I don't know about mentioning Spiritomb. Kind of want a fish to come down, right? Nice amp for 3 on that thing. But no, I mean, looks like I think it's Spiritomb they just put down to shut off the fish option. I guess if you know that your opponent's jet drying, but still. Yeah, just a pass for Miguel. Yeah, that's why he was playing gear, I guess. Just wanted to find the supporter now because he didn't want to try and do it. Didn't want to top deck a supporter. Other than, like, me, Iono. But I mean, that's the thing. If he plays Iono, then it was not optimal to do that. Plays Iono, then wait, use the Pokegear. Try to find it. Marco's going to try to run away with this lead. Oh, Iron Valiant. Spicy. Here we go. Iron Valiant's kind of crazy. Marco is known for being a very innovative deck builder. Okay, he's gonna put 220 on this bolt, and then he can finish it off with another Valiant Ping. Grass Energy top deck for Miguel, so he can do something, but not a lot. Just drew another Grass Energy. It doesn't event out to another Urban, so Bravery Charm. What do we see? Just pass. Switch. Yep. Gonna Valiant Ping to knock out the bolt. Do another 200 to whatever comes up, and then you can Valiant Ping that. Ooh, Future Boost. I didn't even mean to Valiant Ping it. Just gonna 220. This Valiant's going crazy right now. I think that's it. I think there's no way that Miguel ever comes back. I mean, Blood Moon, worst case scenario, Blood Moon is going to clean this up. Somewhere down the line. Miguel needs to take a knockout this turn. Then he needs Marco to do nothing next turn, basically. Then he needs to Iono and hope that that Iono sticks forever. It's the only win condition. So I do think that we are going to be taking this to a game 3, almost definitely. I'd be very, very surprised if we don't. It'd be one of the crazier things I've ever seen, I think, if Miguel manages to come back here. Night Stretcher, Ogre. Okay. Go for another Teal Dance. I mean, you're kind of just going through the motions here at this point. He's just trying to play optimally still. I mean, you know, I always say, like, you know, if you are going to come out of a... It sucks, you know you're going to lose. You don't, like, it feels like, why am I spending so much of my mental energy on this game still? But, I mean... There's plenty of time, so he's not in a rush time-wise. He also probably has the advantage if they do go to time and they've made some sort of gentleman's agreement. So he's like, you know, it feels awkward, but you gotta make the optimal plays if you are ever going to make it out of a situation like this. Like, you're not going to make it out of a situation like this by playing poorly. So even though he knows that he's probably lost, gotta make sure that he optimizes all of his decisions here. Sequences properly. Ooh, Valiant. Yeah, the Valiant's cooking right now. 4 prizes with this Valiant. With the future booster, you can one-shot Raging Bolt too, which is pretty cool. I like the Valiant a lot. Marco's LostBox list might become the way for LostBox going forward if he can make a deep run here this weekend, because this list looks very cool. Pokemon Catcher, Tails, doesn't even like going for him. Anything else spicy in there? I think otherwise it's pretty standard, consistent box list. Something I like about that too is that, like, most LostBox lists are already playing triple psychic right now, so it doesn't really take that much more commitment. I mean, the future booster is pretty spicy, right? In general, for the amp as well. Obviously, it works well with Valiant, but also works well with I mean, playing the Town Store Forest Seal Stone Raikou. So I mean, that's kind of spicy right now. I mean, most people aren't playing that, but Stone Raikou Town Store is certainly nothing new. Doesn't mean it's not spicy though. Better check on how much time we got until next round. 15 minutes still. Only 2 games still playing though, so might end up being So, that's it. Miguel sweeps that game up. Or, sorry, Marco sweeps that game up. And we're going to go to game 3. Going to get to see this spicy LostBox list in action one more time before we wrap up the stream here. We are live now, going to game 3. So, no 2x speed for us. Last game of the day in Buenos Aires, at least. 2 more rounds of Tournament of Doom. Potentially. If I lose the next round, then that'll be the last game of the day. I'm not going to play it out once I'm out. Alright, here we go. Comfy start again. Sandy Shock start for Miguel. Optimal starters on both sides, I would say. Certainly on the LostBox side. Got the turn 1 Poffin. 1 comfy up. I think I see the other one there too. Didn't price double comfy. Maybe he did. I don't know. Scrolling pretty quick. Okay, no. There it is. Neither player wants a tie here. They have 16 minutes left. So, I mean, hopefully that's enough. LostBox seems to be pretty long. Flyer selecting. Retreat. Flyer selecting. Palpad goes. Greninja stays. Concealed. Finds Roxanne. Another energy. Switch cart. Kate finds a Chloris. Beautiful. Oh, but it's turn 1, so we're not going to see that here. But 3 cards in Lost Zone turn 1. Going first. Very good. Chloris already puts it at 5. 2 Flyer selecting puts it at 7, so could see a Mirage Gate play next turn. I mean, if he sets up this Valiant turn 2 and starts just swinging, I mean, that could be a very, very real play here. It doesn't seem bad at all. It's an Ultra Ball being played here, I think. Yeah. Ultra Ball getting a Lightning Bundle. Superior Energy Retrieval. I do not like Superior Energy Retrieval in this deck at all. Looks like Zion up the Raging Bolt. I didn't see what the rest of his hand was. Comment on this decision. I imagine Raging Bolt's pretty good. I mean, kind of looks dead. Maybe needs Squawk. I mean, if it's a dead hand, should probably grab Squawk. Squawk might be Pry. You might just be scared to bench it, though, because of Amp. Yeah, okay, it's going to grab Squawk. Yeah, the hand's dead. I mean, I think he's debating because he has Switch Cart. You could just go for like a Burst Roar instead, but maybe you need to get attacking. I don't know. I mean, I guess Amp for 3 is pretty good. Might be better just Burst Roar, honestly. He's still shuffling. He's still thinking. Oh, he's got Fish. But he doesn't have a way to get the energy in the discard pile. I feel like you're not using Fish here. You're just squawking. Bravery Charm deactive, squawk. I think that's it. That is definitely all that you're doing. Yeah. Just shuffle it up. Don't want to tie here. Let's get the show on the road. Shuffle, sorry. Don't want to be mean, but you only got 15 minutes left, so you're winning in day 2. Bravery Charm, Squawk. I don't think that's relevant. I think he needs to go on the active. Yeah. Bravery Charm doesn't play around Amp, so. Dead hand. Try to poke gear into an Iono. It's the only way you can keep doing stuff this turn. Sada. No Iono, it's just Sada. And I mean he's got a lightning energy in this Cabal. No Bolt though. I mean if he had a Bolt then he could Sada for both lightning into play, and then if he gets fighting, he'd have enough to attack. As is, he needs to hit like Vessel Ogerpon. I mean, just fighting Ogerpon would be fine as well. He needs the Ogerpon though, if he's gonna get an attack this turn. So let's see the Sada. yeah, there's really nothing else to be done. I mean, you could Night Stretcher for Lumen and then go for an Iono, but I don't think that improves his odds much of getting the attack off. One, Bolt, Grass, Sada. Okay, so no attack this turn. Just throw the Bolt down and pass. Don't attach the Bravery Charm to it. Just hold the Bravery Charm, to be honest. You don't want a Night Stretcher for anything right now. Yeah, definitely attach. Could attach the active so I can retreat. It's probably not going to get knocked out. Not that you necessarily want to retreat it, but, I mean, if you have to. I don't feel like the energy on the Bolt really does anything. At least on Shiny Shocks. Has served some sort of purpose. Colress gets rid of Spiritomb and Pokestop. Heavy Ball gone. Concealed. Marco, I do feel like is trying to play at a good pace here. Valiant Nest Ball, I think. I mean, Valiant put him work last game. I mean, I'm a little biased now. There's not really anything that would make Valiant super good on Miguel's board. No 210 HP Pokemon, no Ogerpons, no Fez. Yep, Valiant's going to go, keeping the Nest Ball. Maybe he's got to play here. Amp you very much to be pretty good. I see the Iron Hands. What's it going to be? Oh. Checking how many Mirage Gates are in deck. Eyeing it up for Stone, it looks like. Yep. Okay, so Raikou. Get a Stone for the Raikou. And this makes sense, right? So you amp you very much the Sandy Shocks. Then you can Raikou, knock out the Squawk, and then you can just Blood Moon for your last 2 prize cards. Okay, Super Odd incoming. Attach Retreat. Bring up the hands. Super Odd. Mirage Gate. Lightning Psychic. Beautiful. Yeah, this is a great spot for Marco. Gonna amp very much to Sandy Shocks, then go for the Raikou knockout on Squawk, and then just Blood Moon for game. Nice, easy path to victory. 2-2-2. And I really don't think that there's much that Miguel can do to stop that from happening. We gotta send that Bravery Charm to the Lost Zone. Probably won't. I mean, definitely won't matter. There's no tool recovery in Miguel's deck, anyways. But just gotta make sure that goes to the right place. Night Stretcher. Grab the Shocks. He does have the Sada, so should be able to get the knockout on the hands here. But I do not think that it will be enough. Palpad. So it's got all the energy to take the knockout. Is he going to use the Palpad, shuffle Sadas back in? I mean, he doesn't really need to. There's no potential for Roxanne yet. He's already got a Sada in hand, so. Yeah, he's going to use the Palpad. I mean, you already have a Sada in hand, I think. I mean, if he doesn't have a Sada in hand, then I think that using the Palpad here is fine, because he wants to find another one next turn, but... I mean, you probably don't even want to find a Sada next turn, right? You probably just want to find an Iono. So I don't really like playing the Palpad there. He may not play Iono. In which case, I mean, I guess it's fine. It's not really necessary. You can't get Roxanne, so... If like, he was in Roxanne range, that'd be different. Really debating these. I think he did the right ones. That seems fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure exactly how many fighting lightning he has in hand, discard deck, so that is probably fine. Discard choices. Gonna get rid of the feature booster there for sure. Concealed cards. Needs to find just the one gate, and then a gusting card, ideally. Nest Ball goes. Switch. Flyer selecting again. Vacuum. And I think, was that Vacuum Gate? Because he wants both of those. Can't quite make out exactly what's in hand. I imagine the gate would be more important. He needs Gust still on the Squawk. I think the Vacuum... Yeah, it was Vacuum Gate and he lost it in the Vacuum. Eyeing up the Super Rod. I think, did I see a boss in hand? It's Gate, Super Rod, Gate. Oh, are we just going for a Ninja? That's... can't feel great. It's not what you want to be doing. Yeah, just Ninja. 90 on Bolt, 90 on Squawk. No Gust. So couldn't go for a Squawk knockout. I don't think he had a Nest Ball either to go for like a Blood Moon for 240 and then vacuum it on the following turn. Oh, sorry. Saturn punched the microphone. Are you crazy down there? You waking up? Or what? Oh, you are waking up. Hi. Oh, my next game of the Tournament of Doom is up. Check-in. We have 7 minutes until check-in, so... What am I playing against? Maridon. Oh. Oh. Alright, I had to pass Saturn off. But looks like we got the Pokemon Get Your Heads, got a Sada. So this Raikou's gonna go down. Miguel's gonna get 2 prize cards. And now I'm seeing, I mean, Marco still is definitely in a favorable spot, right? Just need to find another gate to the Ninja, finish off the Squawk. We'll need a Vacuum now that the Raver Charms come down there. And then just Blood Moon for the last 2 prize cards. I think that should be easy enough to do. Could even Lost Mine for the last 2 prize cards. Oh, top deck's the gate even. Let's check into my Tournament of Doom match. Get that friend request registered. Right on. I think Right On should be a decent matchup for Cerulege, but we'll see, I suppose. Okay, it looks like he might just go for he's gonna Roxanne, Lost Mine, put enough damage on Squawk and Bolt so that they're both in Moonlight Shuriken range, and then go for the Moonlight Shuriken on the following turn. I think he maybe needed the Super Rod to use Moonlight Shuriken there and didn't have it. Prime Catcher, Poffin. Hopefully he has the resources left in deck here to go for this play. I assume he does. Oh no, he's just going to Squawk. Okay, I mean, that works too. Yeah, just Lost Mine the Squawk. And then just needs the Blood Moon for his last 2 prize cards. I have to start my Tournament of Doom game. But I want you guys to... I want to finish watching this game. I don't want to cut it short right before the end here. So I'd rather you guys miss the start of my Tournament of Doom round than the end of this round. Okay, I won the coin flip against Dawn, and chose to go second. Fez. I mean, there's not a whole lot Miguel can do here. He just has to hope. I mean, ideally, take a knockout with Sandy Shocks would be way better than taking a knockout with Raging Bull, right? That would be the best thing he could do. So we'll see. But I mean, it doesn't look like he's got a Fighting Energy. He's got a Pokemon Catcher. I don't see a Switch card though. And I mean, Pokestop is only going to increase Marco's chances of hitting the win. Although you gotta imagine, Marco's chances are already pretty high. He's got like 4 cards in deck. So, I mean, benching or attacking with Sandy Shocks at all costs seems like the way to go. At least that way you force the Gust. You don't know if Marco has the Gust already yet. Marco, I'm sure, knows if he has it or not already. Knows if he's going to win. he's thinking. Looks like he's just gonna attack with Raging Bolt here. Take 1 prize, and we'll see. I assume Marco has the Blood Moon. Yeah, okay, he's got it. So that is it. Marco Cifuentes wins 2-1 over the Bolt and gonna advance to day 2